It looks like it's good. It looks like, oh, we're at black. Hey, yeah, there we go. We're no longer at black screens. Yes. All right, just checking around the different services and it looks great. Okay. Well, then let's go. Hello, everyone. This is Gamer1745 here with this rough start. I'm here with Arno.
Hello.
And Dino Felix.
Guten Abend.
And we are playing German War Thunder. I'm going to start in the south.
Sure. What are you starting in?
I'm starting in a Tiger 2P.
Tiger 2H should it? Oh wait, should I
Yep.
do Lekpanzer to scout?
I don't know.
Fuck it, Tiger 2.
And if we just faced other 6.7s, I'd be very happy. I wish people get tired of that attack the D point and other BS. But then again, I think players here are 5 years old. Whether they're 5 years old in actuality, or if they, are 45 years old, but when they come on here, they revert to being 5 years old.
Well, everyone has their inner child.
Yeah, I guess. But it's just about as I thought. Everyone would be heading north, or most everyone. And I really just didn't want to be in a traffic jam. Tanks. Okay, M109 took out its loader machine gunner. It's looking at me. It fired. It hit other stuff, and it's moved. What do I see over here? The pistol. Don't know. No. Okay. Oh, got my front here, Jumbo. Jumbo dead. Not him. 109. Dead. Can I get one here? Yeah, there's one. Oh, no, you got him. Okay. I'm gonna push through the town, knock these trees over. Wait for reinforcements to come and kill them. Okay, got him. Looks like an IS out there. Where? There he is. Looks like he's firing at whoever is. Okay, I missed. Looking up. Okay, Arno, or Dino, your front. There's an IS out there. Sort of in the depression out here. Is that it? Yeah, it just fired at me. Kill it, kill it, kill it. IS-2. Got 30 seconds reload time. Or 28 seconds. It's pushing up.
Oh, damn.
One of you just died from the side. Okay, be careful. Whoever killed Arno. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, but to your south, to the south. To the south. There's somebody that killed Arno. Wasn't that somebody to the south, or was that
to the south. Shit. He was behind me.
Yeah.
At T30, now at T26 with a T30.
And 1426, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, pushing up. And I just got M109. Be careful.
Where?
To the north. To the north. Straight towards, from my position, straight towards the big castle in the center. He's pushing up to White Rocks. Sort of in that direct, well, further up than that. Okay.
I just got him in my sights. Oh, man.
Okay, I'm pushing this way.
Where was
Hey,
he?
ZZ!
My direct... Oh, my 11 o'clock.
Probably not right now, ZZ. Crisis report, because I really try to do a very good job and research everything I put up there, is just taking up a lot more of my time than I really had. And if I'm going to do it, I want to do it consistently and not just a video now and again.
Alright.
If you can machine gun him or something, I would love that.
I can't machine gun him because he's hiding behind a rock, but he's there.
Okay, I'm coming. Coming around the flank. If you can stay alive somehow, too.
I'm showing him my frontal armor.
Oh, okay.
Dropping on him?
He's like over there when he shot at me and trapped me.
Yeah.
These aren't artillery sitting. Okay, 4 seconds. Yeah, I'm pushing up.
I'll hit him with Artie.
Good, pushing up.
Good, then I have a basic idea where he probably is.
So, Yeah, I really wanted to do it,
He's
but
an F5.
yeah, I'm coming around this flank. He knows I'm here because he tracked me. Oh, he's peeking out. Okay, his no damage on him. I just put a round right through him. I hate how that works here. Okay, he's coming out again, and boom, he's dead. He's dead. Watch from whoever's out from C, or who got C. Oh, something just shot me from that sort of area. From left. C somewhere. Right, in that direction. They just got shot from the other side. Somehow I'm still alive. I don't know how. I don't know what shot at me. And boom, ASU 85 somewhere. Okay, almost my straight front towards the castle there.
Ah, shit.
And there's also a jump.
Machine gun
There's
someone.
a jumbo behind him. Yeah.
Seriously, knock me out through the front? Oh, yeah, it's the one with the big gun.
Yeah,
I can see that.
yeah. Whether I want to be fighting them or not, that's another issue. But yeah, no, ASU 85. I think that's a 1950s or 60s vehicle. Yeah, and although, if I was a busy person, yeah, I mean, willing to be busy and do stuff, I would have time to do it, but I just still have a bunch of stuff on my plate that I'm dealing with. And so, and I think people notice that I'm not putting out as much content as I used to, even on the gamer channel. YouTube still matters to me, very much so, but got that jump in there. Once I get settled, I figure I'm gonna get back to that. But I'm happy to talk about the issue to a degree here. And I think it's Dino's influence. I've gotten 3 of these War Thunder live streams demonetized because
Really?
we go into topics that somehow, and I don't know. One thing I wish they would give me is a timestamp. Here's a link to the rules that you're not following. Yeah, but which rule did I not follow? Well, okay. That seems too hard for them to define which rule I've broken off. I haven't. Yeah, you may
that's
have.
all like automized. That's all like robots doing it, I believe.
Right, and sometimes it just may be somebody's accent saying a particular word, and it could even be our friend Knee Aggro, and pronouncing his name.
German 2.0.
Yeah, and it could be that. But I just wish, and it can very well, and I don't see why a bot couldn't do this. You just go, timestamp this is where problem is. Okay. And if it could have, I don't know, a 10 or 12 point, this is, the certain type of sensitive content that we, whether visually or whatever, but even if it can't define the type of content, I wish it would tell me when timestamp, because then I could read it, and yeah, I probably figure out how it might be.
Twitch does it better.
Well, I don't know if Twitch does it better. Just Twitch doesn't care as much. Or doesn't have as good a system. Let's see. What's easy? I think this will explode further in the Middle East. I can't imagine Biden or his administration want to get involved in the conflict with Iran. Well, I think the opposite. I think the Biden administration would love to get involved with the conflict in Iran, but because you don't know how I saw when the Ukraine war kicked off, I personally saw at least 7. I'm going to say, but probably double that or more. Twitter accounts, some of them, supposedly significant. We don't always know how real, but having 10,000 plus followers or something come up there. Yay, war! Wartime presidents almost always get reelected or always get reelected, blah, blah, blah. I'm thinking, well, yeah, but U.S. isn't. I mean, this is literally in the first, 72 hours of Ukraine really kicking off. Or well, at least the first week or something. Um, and yeah, there's war in Ukraine, but that thing is about the U.S. being involved in the war. And are you really thinking that they're going to be putting somehow U.S. into the Ukraine war so much that he's now a wartime president, and not just that there's a war going on somewhere in the world? I don't know if these people are, but the point is these
I mean,
people were
if that logic follows, then every president ever has been a wartime president.
right. But okay, we can one assume these people are relative idiots, or if not idiots, very badly informed upon society and history. Okay, that's one. But two is that they're willing to go, yay, there's people dying in Ukraine, so that means B, Trump won't become president, and they're willing to be happy about that. So
That's disgusting.
and so
I
these
also love how
people,
the first thing is not, oh God, a war, people are dying, but yes, war, my political goals will now be fulfilled.
right. And this viewpoint is that if, and people are becoming more and more tired of Ukraine here, um, and all the money we're dumping in and all that stuff. But if it would serve the Democratic agenda, war with Iran, they would be on it. They would be for it because it's just going to be conservatives out there in the army fighting in Iran and dying for their goals. And so, and it would also, and so they would do that. And at least, and I'm watching clips from conservative sources, so and others. So I think I would see it. But there's a group that was formed during the second Bush administration called Code Pink, and it was an anti-war um, organization that would protest primarily in Washington, D.C. Well, there has been a few of these Code Pink people come out of the woodwork again over funding in Ukraine, but they only seem to show up, or at least I've only seen video where they're confronting Republican members of either the House or the Senate. And they're not the main group that are funding from the U.S. side funding this war. So this Code Pink will not go after Democrats doing the exact same thing on the exact same issues. So it tells me that it's going back to the old Soviet playbook of anti-war is only anti-wars, if you will, against the Soviet agenda or the Russian agenda. And I'm, I think the leaders of the world, I'm not talking to people on the street, I think the leaders of the world know that, yeah, there's a senile person that's in charge of America, but in the idea of president, but there is still an administration that will do its programmed responses, so it doesn't, I almost said it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter so much on Biden. It's the Biden administration and what the world thinks that administration will do. And I know we stopped here for a minute, but I'm gathering my thoughts. I think the whole I don't know who outside of the Hamas people knew that what was it, the April 7th attack or whatever was going to take place. Was being prepared, because that was being prepared for a long time. I'm sure people knew that there was preparations going on. People in Iran, people in Israel knew that preparations for some war with Israel was going on. But just because Israeli intelligence is good, but they figured out how Israeli intelligence works and figured out communication methods that Israel wasn't watching to plan that operation. But I think that operation happened because of Trump's Abraham Accords cut off a lot of Hamas's money, because nations that had been at war with Israel technically stopped being at war with Israel technically. And once that happened, I think what's happening in the Red Sea, all the shipping attacks, was Iran watching Ukraine sink the Russian Black Sea Fleet effectively with various new means. And Iran had already, before that war kicked off, been developing, whether it's, um, boat drones or flying drones or different missile systems, been designing or building some of those, that they then decided that they wanted to test out on the U.S. to see if they could sink the big mighty U.S. fleets. And to my knowledge, not one single one of them has made it to what we would really think of as near a single U.S. warship. Notice I said warship, not commercial shipping somewhere. I think one or two did get close enough that their gun system had to engage it. Most everything else is being shot down way out. Yeah, the phalanx particularly. But hello, ketchup. So whether it's surface, subsurface, or air, we're seeing that the capabilities of the U.S. are exponentially better than Iran is. So Iran still has to fear the U.S. Navy if it comes knocking on its door. They just can't sink $1 trillion carriers with a $1 million missile, or 10 of them or something. So I think that was that escalation. Now I'm not sure why we're seeing an Iranian escalation against Israel, because Israel was, or has been, losing the propaganda war over Gaza. I don't know that it's at all losing the actual fight on the ground. I do not think so. But it's starting to lose the propaganda war. But by adding direct attacks from Iran, as well as or attacks by Hezbollah in the north in Lebanon, that will give Israel cover and sympathy to continue the war in Gaza, because they'll be able to maybe yes or no of the man on the street, but governments will go, oh shit, yeah, with Iran attacking, Israel isn't going to, and no reasonable nation would stop rooting out the groups in Gaza. So I don't understand the timing of Iran's attacks against Israel. I just don't understand that. Maybe there's some other agenda I'm missing. If anybody has any ideas, I'll gladly hear it. And hello, did I say hi, Felipe? Well, we might already be in what will eventually one day be called, Arno, we'll start with you.
Yeah.
When did World War II start? Give me a date. A rough date. You don't have to exact day, but
September 3rd, 1939.
okay. Dino, when did World War II start?
Really depends. Personally,
Well, no, I'm asking you that question. Not it depends. Give me a date.
Yeah, same. September 3rd.
Okay. Why not sometime in 1938 when Germany invades Sudetenland? Now, fighting, it was not it was a military invasion, but there was no shooting. Sun Tzu, if you can win a war without...
Are you talking about the Sudetenland thing?
The Sudetenland invasion, yes.
Because while you might consider it an invasion, it was technically, with the whole Treaty of Munich thing, technically legal.
Well, I don't remember hearing or reading anything about Czechoslovakia signing on to anything with the Treaty of Munich. So I would say if you look at hold on.
Again, it's not. We are not. Yes, we are. Yes, it's in the same way that, for example, you could then also say that the Anschluss was the beginning of World War II.
You could, and you could go back to
But none of these are actual real military.
No, hold on, nope. Including Austria, including we can go back to taking back to Saarland. We could go back to Sun Tzu. Defeating the enemy without fighting the battle is the best military tactics happening. And I know I'm sort of butchering the Sun Tzuism there, but why does a war need to have bang bang shoot 'em? It's just
right in that case. All right, in that case, how about July 1914?
Well, I'm going to postulate. I understand what you're saying there, and we could go with the whole World War World War II as a continuation of World War I. You're absolutely right. But if we're looking at it as that spread, we can look at German military invasions. There is definitely a German military invasion of the Ruhr that is unopposed. There is a definite German military invasion of Austria that is unopposed. There is a German military invasion of the Sudetenland, unopposed. There's a German military invasion of Czechoslovakia, unopposed, as in fighting, but those are military invasions. But if that doesn't meet your definition, well, what about the we could go back to earlier, but there was a relative ceasefire peace situation. We can go to the Marco Polo Bridge incident in 1937.
Well,
with Japan. I'm not disagreeing with that was your opinion of September 19.
I can tell you exactly why. Why I personally consider the 3rd of September and not these other dates. Okay. Because, for example, the Marco Polo Bridge incident. Yes, that is a big war, but it's not a world war. It's a war between Japan and China. It's a great Asian war, you might say, but
okay,
it's not a world war.
But world. Well, then world. If you're talking, well, okay. If you're talking, but then it's not until December 7th, 1941, that it becomes a global war when the U.S. coming in. Because
let me finish, please. Because once you have the declaration of war by the Allies, you have the Allies, which include Canada, which include Australia, which include all the dominions and colonies.
No, it does. No, it does not. But go on. Meaning they had to play. So it's like South Africa and Australia had to individually actually declare. But yeah.
Yeah, they do declare but at least a bunch of colonies which both had on pretty much every continent. So in that case, from then on, you have countries from all over the world, or at least people. But
there was effectively no fighting in Asia. There was effectively no fighting in Africa. There is only fighting in Europe, and some ship somewhere on the ocean, that's some
Well, all
German.
right. In that case,
But that
case, you cannot consider World War One to be a real world war because there was no real fighting in the Americas, but besides like a single naval battle.
there really isn't in World War II either. Then, but
Exactly. So
but no,
actually,
but but there, but
it's
there
actually
was
the
but there
7-year
there
war is
there,
actually
there
one of the
was
world
but
war.
there was fighting in Asia in World War One. So, and that's taking over the German concessions in China, and the Chinese and the Japanese coming into the war. So,
Well, but the
but
Chinese didn't actually fight in the war. They sent a bunch of contingents to Europe to
no,
dig trenches.
the Chinese, yes, Chinese put troops that were unarmed into Europe, yes, but China did fight against the Germans in China.
No, they didn't.
The Qingdao, whatever. I thought China was very much part
No,
of that
China
fight.
wasn't. China was neutral. That Tsingtao was in 1914. The concession was lost in 1914, and China only declared war in like 1916, I think.
Okay, well, okay, you know that better than I do. But
That
okay,
were
but
only the Allies and the Japanese.
right, okay. So, but we don't really see Asia entering World War II until December 7th or December 8th, depending on where you are on the globe. In 1941, we don't really see that connected. But what I'm trying to say is the fighting that happens as a major part of World War II, and yes, fighting in China is a major part of World War II. It's not
The
just.
question is, do you really say that with December, with the attack on Pearl Harbor, or from the point when the Tripartite Pact is signed that binds Germany, Italy, and Japan together? Because that was earlier.
Okay, yeah. But you see, my opinion is, and if you were to I just ask Americans when did World War II start, they'd say December 7th, 1941. What I'm saying is the global conflict of what we call World War II, because it is, as we're demonstrating here, it is multiple wars that were happening simultaneously, that more or less everyone ended up on one of two sides. So, we can talk about how Finland wasn't at war with America or something, but just only with the Soviet Union, or there's technicalities there, but basically, whether we could definitely talk that it's coming out of World War One, but the cascading conflicts that had military interventions is starting before the big explosion, whether it's December 7th or September 1939, before the big explosion of fighting. They're already heading down these paths. Yes, it could be averted, but that the conflict is already ratcheting up. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Dino, that if you're looking in 1935, when Germany doesn't remilitarize but kicks the French out of the Saarland or something, as being an aggressive thing, isn't really.
It wasn't really an aggressive thing.
Okay.
Actually, the Saarland thing is interesting because it was a true and totally democratic vote. It was.
Yeah. Okay. But then definitely 36 with the invasion, or the military invasion of the Ruhr, to remilitarize it. That's definitely a military invasion. That with guys with yes.
Consider it, and that's actually an interesting thing. Do you consider it an invasion? Like, it was breaking a treaty, but
it was actually
a country placing troops in a part of that country, which killed the people living there. And
it is a military invasion that yes, but I didn't say it's a foreign military invasion. I said it's a military invasion, and it's an invasion contrary to current treaties that had been set up, and the treaties, hadn't been renegotiated or adjusted, and it wasn't just a declaration. Oh, we're no longer following X thing, and then just sitting around and not doing much about it, and then send in soldier shows up there, and we're going to reestablish the barracks here, and then a few guys roll in. A few guys, just as sort of normal reorganizing a barracks or something. It was troops marching in armed.
Yeah,
now, yes, I understand your German objections of wanting to overly define things.
No, that's not actually what I meant. I
Okay.
actually just looked up the definition of invasion, and it means pretty much incursion of an army for conquest or plunder.
Well, they were going to conquer the Ruhr. Yeah,
well, the Ruhr wasn't even fully demilitarized.
But yeah, I know, but it was military troops that were moving in a organized fashion that were armed. Now, my understanding is they had orders not to actually shoot at the French and to retire if the French made counter moves. But
yes. So it wasn't conquest. I'd say just the word incursion, military incursion. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Than invasion.
Again, this is your German need to overly define something. But my point is when we look at, when we look at World War II, yes, and Dino is right when we go and after Czechoslovakia was fully occupied / broken up, that really our pre-existing and there is some both de jure and de facto pre-existing alliances between France and Britain start to include Poland, so that these allies are now firmly set up to oppose Germany. In 1939, early 1939, I don't remember the exact date for getting the rest of Czechoslovakia, is set up, and that fighting then starts in September 39 yes, but the conflict that becomes World War II isn't just like everything was going good and some politician ordered troops tomorrow, go boom. And it's building, it's ratcheting up, it's heading in this direction. There are moves before that, and I would argue whether it's Austria or I would argue more honestly Austria or the Sudetenland in Europe of actual, like you say, invasions that were for conquest or plunder. Now, again, they were unopposed military invasions, and meaning nobody fought back. Or you're looking at...
That is actually pretty funny, especially with Austria, as there is actually a name for that in German for the annexation besides Anschluss. Anschluss is the older one that dates from before the First World War. But specifically for the event in 1938, we have a word for that in German, Blumenkrieg, flower war.
Flower war.
Because pretty much what we came in with like the army and tanks, but were only met with flowers.
Right. And it was, and to my knowledge, to my understanding, there were orders to confront Austrian military forces if they fought. It was hoped to be a peaceful thing, but they were prepared to shoot. So we look, and so I guess unless you want to truly pull it all apart, World War II is a building conflict. Now, what is World War III and what will it look like? I don't know. It is not necessarily going to be a hard alliance between Russia, China, and Iran fighting everybody else in the world until one nation or the other, one group of nations or the other group of nations is standing in the capitals of the other. It may be just simply a general, and it's what I've called and we've lost just about everybody watching here, a breakdown of the nuclear peace, in that nations everywhere just go, oh, nobody's really actually going to use nuclear weapons. We're going to attack Israel directly, and and like almost all but like 3 of the missiles didn't get shot down by Israel. But even if again, is this just Iran testing Western capabilities. But let's just presume all of those missiles, drones, whatever that were sent against Israel, if they had all hit, Iran is apparently, unless they're trying to provoke it, and we could argue that point or not, is apparently not worried about an Israeli nuclear response. Like going, oh shit, okay, ZZ, who started this, has got to run. Okay. A nuclear response and watch Tehran go up in mushroom clouds from Israel. And so I would sort of kind of fear that, but maybe everyone just thinks that, oh, well, if they do that, then Israel will be cut off from U.S. and other Western monetary as well as arms support. And it'd be a good thing for them. I don't know. I don't know what World War III will look like. But yeah, Felipe, it could have already started. And we just don't realize it yet. Okay, let's go to battle. And see, then the next question would be, and when did the American Civil War start? Do either of you have, you don't need to give me a date, but and I don't know if you guys know the history well enough to give an opinion of when the American Civil War started.
I mean, officially.
No, I'm not saying again, Dino. Sorry,
again,
I know you're German.
Thing, to be fair, the only thing I know of, it's
you may not know the history.
Is the bombardment of Fort Sumter, but I'd say like as soon as like the first state secedes.
Right. Well, okay, yeah, but maybe it starts in Bleeding, Kansas, when both abolitionist and pro-slave people are fighting in Kansas to killing people to determine whether Kansas enters the Union as a free state or a slave state. And
likely, I don't know anything about that, so I can't tell
you. Yeah, right. Yeah, and again, I didn't know how much you guys knew about the American Civil War, or is it later when John Brown attacks the Harper's Ferry Arsenal along the Virginia-Maryland borders? Is that the time, and Lee and a few other later to be Confederates but are working on behalf of the Union, put that down? Or is it, like you say, or is it the election of Lincoln, or is it the, actual, because there wasn't any fighting when the Confederacy, South Carolina, who is the first state to secede and becomes core of the Confederacy, whether it's when they secede, and there is absolutely no move at that point by the Union. The Union makes zero moves to ever fight any secessionist state until South Carolina orders federal troops out of Fort Sumter, and the federal troops don't oblige, and so they start shooting at Fort Sumter, and nobody dies in that whole battle except for like one guy who has an accidental death. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I don't have line of sight on him. So is it Fort Sumter battle? Which I've been to Fort Sumter a long time ago as a kid. Is it there? I would definitely say by that point, yeah, the war has started, but are wars just fighting with weapons and shooting or hacking each other? I mean, obviously you can have wars prior to. Oh shit! Get my gun up. Got him. He was a big boy.
Yeah, there's a T-28 behind that hill in front of you, so watch out.
Yeah, I got him.
No, there's another one.
Oh, another one. Okay.
You didn't got him.
Okay.
He's alive.
Okay, thank you. Or is a war sort of like Sun Tzu and others postulate? Oh, the IS-1 got me. Periods of action, but not necessarily violence, that are, propaganda of protests of blockade or other things that aren't directly violence but are imposing your
That
will
is
on
actually
another nation.
quite interesting, as that is pretty much the different from the what Clausewitz says.
As in warfare is politics by other means, or diplomacy. I mean, I think he uses diplomacy, but I use politics. And diplomacy is, or a war is diplomacy by other means, and politics, diplomacy, or they define each other as simply being two sides of the same coin. I guess it's in short.
Yes. Or to paraphrase something, aggressive negotiations.
Yes. And I because I don't necessarily, because Clausewitz was looking these. I've never gotten fully through on war. I've read big chunks of it years ago. So long ago I can't really quote anything much. But Clausewitz was really looking at nation states, or whatever you want to call them, battling each other. Not somewhere there's an ASU 85. Not so much like civil strife, civil conflict. But so I would define it as warfare, or politics is warfare by other means, and warfare is warfare is politics by other means. Politics is warfare by other means. So it's in essence it's conflict resolution. Somebody wants higher taxes, another group wants lower taxes. How are you going to achieve that? Do you just simply go vote in a chamber somewhere and that's it? No, you get people out there demonstrating for your cause. You get people writing letters for your cause. You get some nut job to either as conspiracy people, whether it's true or not. They got Bob over there who's mentally deficient, not I'm not saying Down syndrome, but just sort of low IQ, to go do a firebomb thing, and or simply whether it's something like they actually got somebody to go do X thing, or simply their propaganda, their stuff worked up hot feelings, and Bob, who's low IQ, decides that it's a good idea to go in and firebombs. Got him. Firebombs a place without direct coordination, but just simply, this is terrible, somebody must do something, this is terrible, and somebody does something that then gets everybody worked up. And I definitely think the old British curse of "May you live in interesting times" is definitely coming out. To be what's going on now. Boom. It's like, because nukes means destruction for everyone, so maybe it will not be used. Only China did not make a move yet. Oh, China is making massive moves. Oh, I think China is waiting for an opportunity to get Taiwan. My opinion, China is making massive moves right now. They are pushing heavily along the border with India. They are pushing very, very heavily, in attacking Filipino vessels with water, but water cannons that are like super fire hoses that kill people if you knock them off the ship or whatever and into the water, and you could do so in a way that gives them a concussion or whatever. And so this isn't just a garden hose that's getting somebody wet. It's
that was dumb.
Yeah, flying like I do, right into the ground.
Yes.
And I would agree. I think it was on the agenda, I think, for an invasion of Taiwan, but when they saw how poorly things went in Ukraine, one, and two, since it went so poorly, I think, and there was a massive international backlash to the point that I don't think Russia thought Europe would cut itself off from Russian, gas over this issue. But they have, and I think China is calculating, oh shit, maybe the US would actually embargo our stuff even though we think they're dependent upon it.
They were talking about tracers?
Yeah, it's he's up high. Okay, yeah. Somebody's shooting at you, Arno. On the ground. I'm gonna see if I can hunt him. I don't know if you want to back up or push forward. I'm not sure which is the best.
Did you shoot from where?
My side over here somewhere. I don't know where specifically. And my opinion is that the minute China thinks it can successfully invade Taiwan without too many international repercussions, it will do so. Now, that may not be for another 50 years, but... And I'm not saying whether they can or can't. It's when they believe they can or can't. It's their perception of this.
Need to go to the toilet.
Okay, their perception of the situation. Maybe if Russia and Iran distract USA a lot. Well, that's... I think... if Russia had taken Ukraine rapidly, and if the international repercussions were not so bad, I think they would have moved on Taiwan because they might have bet that they could have done so rapidly in the international repercussions. Because if you truly do cut off China's trade with Europe and America, China is economically going to collapse. I'm not saying the whole Chinese government's going to collapse or China's society is going to collapse, but the economy is going to collapse. Now, whether they still set up a mechanism that people stay in their homes, meaning because most Chinese rent kind of things, or and make sure that Chinese bellies are full, meaning somehow people get money to pay the rent, or people get people get money to buy food, even though they don't have a job somewhere, to pay for that. Chinese society might not collapse, but their economic society would. And I don't know if the current government is willing to pay that price for an attempt on Taiwan. Oh, if I haven't told you guys, I'm moving to a secret mountain base. I say base, it's not like a fort. Not yet. But I'm moving to a secret mountain base. I might suggest you guys do the same. Am I just being a doomer, Dino?
I'm not the best person to judge that. I'm a bit of a pessimist myself.
Okay.
I'm back.
Arno, am I being a doomer? Moving to my secret mountain base, or am I just being a rational person who sees chaos in the world?
You're a prepper.
Okay, I'm a
Prepare
prepper.
for the worst.
I'm a Dr. Prepper.
Prep.
Dr. Prepper.
Dr. Prepper. Yeah. I mean, there's more than one reason I'm moving to my secret mountain base, but I am doing
Yes,
that.
the question, of course, is, will you have sharks with lasers on their heads?
No. Don't have a moat yet. Even, I mean, some people might just call it a house in a smaller city, but I don't know. Town is.
Killer beam, a death ray.
No, don't have any of those yet. The Sherman. Oh, so you've got your Sherman Jumbo. Well, very good, Felipe.
I love the jumbo. It's great.
And I'm going to hang out there. It's also economically getting very expensive here in California. And that's part of the reason. I mean, there's multiple reasons why I'm moving. I both want to and don't want to.
Watch out, Dino. There's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, I'm sure that can be an issue there, Felipe. I don't know. Just give it a good try. I don't really mean to crowd you, Selma SM. I'm just moving through the area here. Sort of see you over there, but don't want to stop until I get. Okay, now we're here. Considering to engage people. Another bush. Every time we're right behind a bush. Little bush. There we go. I see what looks. Is that a jumbo? It's a something that I tracked. Right there. Well, I hit it again, but really know what it is. Got it. It was a mega. Over here. Yeah, or iMouse, yeah. Well, something that tracks your where your eye is looking precisely very well could be useful for everybody. I've heard the Elon Musk's, what is it, Neuralink, the first person that's got it is doing well with their mind control stuff. Obviously, it's not available readily at all, whatever the price is. Just very experimental.
Dino, watch out around there.
Those very well may be able to help you. There's somebody or something over here that I should be Afraid of, very, very afraid of. Oh, there was some that glass. Huh? Uh-huh. A pancake. Pancake dead. Oh, there's a super Pershing out there. Okay, somebody just hit the super Pershing. Can I shoot the super Pershing just blew up. Spectacularly, I might have. They come up. Yeah, see him there,
I
Arnold?
know on
Thank
my
you.
mark.
Yeah, I'm actually seeing your mark. Well, the Sherman.
You.
Yeah, it blew up.
Oh, the M51, nice. And of course I'm bounced off his track, but okay.
This has so far been a very satisfying. The biggest problem with the Jumbo 76 is that you're getting up tiered so much that it's not necessarily that much better versus the opponents you're actually shooting at. I mean, yes, it's a better vehicle, but you're going to be up tiered against stuff that its 76mm gun is going to be a bit weakish. Where the Jumbo is also in the same position, but just with different opponents. Boom! Got you right in the side of the turret. That's what this thing was designed to do, to kill IS-2s. Well, maybe more designed to kill IS-1s, but IS-2s showed up. Historically. Well, I think we're going to win this one. But everybody could go into air on our team and then we get overrun. Matt, wherever you are. Oh, that was something flew right over my head.
I'm moving on B.
Somebody killed you before you could kill me. Yeah. Oh, Flexible Forever, how you doing today? Ah, good. Oh shit, there's somebody behind here. Let's see. I see you. I shoot you. You die. Okay, I guess I gotta move up and retake C. Put my side to the enemy here. Doing kind of good. Well, that's good. Well, kind of bored. Well, maybe you've come to the right place to hang out with us? if I can help with your boredom, I'd be glad. You can watch us. Either do very well or make fools of ourselves here, one of the two, or both, or whatever. Oh, hello. That's a vehicle driving right by me. He doesn't see me. Let me go after this guy here. Boom. Now, what about a vehicle that just went by me? Let's see if I get my gun around and not get killed from the ass while I come back this way.
That's great. I had my gun trained on that AA vehicle, and then the T-44 blew me up. Right in the
You went
same.
right.
In
Didn't
the
even know
same
I was
time.
here. I'm going back to see.
Right at the same time that he was blown up himself, which happened right before as well. Both times I died, I was killed by someone who was already dead by the time I got the like killer camera. That's
Yeah.
always frustrating.
Okay, turning around. I'll get maybe 2 caps out of this
Yeah, I
today.
didn't get a single kill.
Oh. See, if it was fun, we wouldn't play it. It'd be too easy. So we want almost fun. I got a base cap. Oh shit, there's a bomb. I'm going right over it. Damn. Oh, I almost made Survivor. I almost made Survivor. Oh, oh, oh. I almost made the whole match with a Yag Tiger. And do 2 caps and 7 kills. Yeah. Well, close.
Well, you did better than most of us.
Well,
True.
yeah. Now, I will say I do have a pretty good system because I tell you, from upgrading from my older system, and I did things in pieces, things got better. So some of this is money, just better mouse, better keyboard, better monitor, better graphics card, better CPU, all that stuff.
Better gamer.
Well, practice does help too. But you got to realize I'm old. I'm way past my prime.
C?
What?
Are you going for C?
Yes, see, yes.
All right.
Yes,
CC.
there is a free spot, flexible forever.
Yeah, join us. It's fun.
Yeah.
Well, almost fun.
Well, I've been alive for more than half a century. And of course, it's your late teens, early 20s is sort of peak performance in eye-hand coordination, that kind of stuff. And I'm well past it. I have to use cunning and guile and better strategy and all that to do okay. But like I say, my system definitely helps. Don't let them tell you any different. Yes, practice and good skills can maybe even be a bigger reason for doing well or not. I'm not saying it's the biggest reason, but it is a reason. You just fired at something. Here, coming around the corner. With speed and vigor. See if I got a target. Oh, there's a target. It hit. It didn't do any damage, so I'm going to take my time. I hit. Got a gun breach. Gun breach. So it's dead. This big thingy here is not dead yet. Is that the special? Yeah, special spot right through there. Boom. Got it. Hello.
Just wanted to make sure he was really dead.
Oh, yeah, you can. I do that once in a while. Got another here. Okay. Well, thank you. You have a target up here? You just firing to clear your muzzle or something. Oh, there's somebody. So you get the gun up, stable, got him. Now I would say, for the key to this game, and I learned it watching Fly Daily, is to be unexpected. Be in an unexpected place.
Yes. Sure, Fly Daily.
I read an interesting study on gaming age. Essentially, it said peak between 18 to 20 years old. And then it's a steady decline. Yeah, yes, that's sort of what's been known for pilots.
Right
pilots for, yeah, I see him through the window here. Let him move up. No.
Nuke it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for, I got a shot through the window.
I'll take the shot.
Yeah, well, there's the shot. Maybe he's going to come out now. I don't know.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Right, I critted his gun is out.
Nice, I critted him.
Got him.
All right,
nice. Thank you.
This one's dead. Yeah, maybe more, but that one's dead. Oh, there's a guy going right through. Oh, damn, missed him. That's what
enemy on B.
But pilots have known for some time about going down. But you can look at the famous Pappy Boyington, I think called Pappy, and he was like, I don't know, 30 or something like that. Eventually, yeah, he gets shot down and ends up in a Japanese prisoner of war camp. But until then, he actually does quite well as a pilot. No, there is skill not in eye-hand coordination, but as in tactics and that kind of thing. Like I was preparing for that guy to come out and shoot him. And not that I was a quicker twitch than he was. I was preparing for him to push up, but move slowly and come along and just be ready to take the shot. Right now this is just being sort of stupid in that we're moving along just looking for the next kill, when really we should just be setting up and waiting in all the good spots for the enemy to come out, because we've otherwise got this match won. They just died out there, but it is a game and not reality, so. Veritable dinosaurs in the airline industry, still at the helm, trust me. I know. Okay. Well, yeah, like Sully Sullenberg or whatever, the guy who lands the airplane on the Hudson. I think that's not. I'm not trying to degrade his physical piloting skills, but with big jets like that, it's probably not your twitching skills that matter the most. It's your, oh shit, what do we do? And he figured out land the airplane in the water is better than trying to make it back to the airport. And in court I saw some Tom Hanks recreation of the thing, and the pilot who in the test things, they were able to do it. You should have done it. How many did the pilot knew that it was going to happen? Yes. How many practice runs did they have before they did it? 50, and then they finally were able to do it. So yeah, if you are prepared and you know what's going on when you have the bird strike that takes down the engines, and you're able to do all of that, and you know it's all good and you could have made it, yes, and maybe that pilot who's in the simulator is younger or whatever, but maybe not. That doesn't necessarily matter. But it's all prepared. But it's the thinking. It's the planning, because when that goes out, it's you're planning at that moment. Okay, I've got this stuff, and you have to be thinking 5 moves ahead to get that airplane down in such a manner to get everybody off alive. So it's and obviously other places just wouldn't have had that runway of a water strip to bring the aircraft down in. But I made Survivor too. So yeah. Hey Eric, how you doing?
Yeah,
See, I agree with you. I was able to play games more than 9 hours a day now. I can't last 3 hours max, and I won't play games for the next 2 days. Yeah.
Hello, guys.
Hey,
hello.
hey.
Uh, I joined to see.
Yeah. I'll get
The
the.
main game is Kirby 123. I think you
Yes,
have
yes,
me
yes,
in
yes,
the
yes. I do have you here, Kroby, otherwise known as Flexible Forever. How is the war, or how is the Thunder or war? Both good. Well, in Sim, which we have to do every 6 months currently, the entire 4 hours in Sim are nothing but emergency drills, essentially helmet fire. So, yeah. Yeah, and it's an experience.
Oh, I
Okay, I'm
know
going
what
to the
we're
south.
gonna do.
Yep. I'm doing that. Okay, coming in that vehicle. Yes.
I'm gonna spam bottom.
Yep. I'm going bottom, circling around the south. Oh yeah, and so experience matters. It just not everybody ages the same, and so once you get, I don't know, over 50 or over 55, in my opinion, for something like an airline pilot, because and as well as like a car operator, just a guy who's driving a car, you should be tested more often. And at some point, there should be for airline pilots, and I don't know right now what it should be, but there should be a hard, for I'm talking commercial pilots here, a hard max age, and even for other things, I don't know, 90 years old or something for non-commercial or something. Even if you still got it, but you probably shouldn't be alone in an airplane flying. So I know they've had a few pilots, including a few of the women pilots of Britain, the ATS or whatever, uh, in their 90s or whatever, come back and fly a bit. But I think they were always, up in an aircraft with another pilot also at controls. But so it's they still sort of kind of got it, but
there also was like a veteran pilot of the Luftwaffe who who went like to Britain because he always wanted to fly a Spitfire, like
right.
fly the plane he fought against. So
Right.
and there was also like someone there with him.
Yeah, and so in those situations, yeah, if the 90-year-old is spry as I want to be at 90, yeah, and that's fine when you have a second person there and you're not, again, not being a commercial pilot and whatnot. But I'm fine with that. But for independent flight, like even just pilot license, I do think they should, as well as possibly even driver's license at some sort of age. When is it just too old to take the risk on?
We have enemies flanking here.
Okay. What is this guy shooting at here? Something. Oh, he's popping smoke. Just what I didn't want.
It's a Soviet tank destroyer. Mark him.
Yeah.
He's still at that position.
He's here.
Up crap, gamer.
Yeah, I see. Oh, he's dead. That one is dead.
Alright, his gun breech
Probies.
is
I got
damaged,
this
not
panther
destroyed.
here who's playing hug me. I got to get out of his way here.
Alright, he's out.
Okay. Oh, I'm moving to the position.
Good.
Roger. Smoke up, gamer, if you can.
Just a little bit there. I don't know if that's helpful. But okay. So I think this other guy knows the position.
Be careful from here. He might flank you from behind.
Okay, Panther does not know the position. He's going to go up and die.
Alright, roger.
Okay, too low for the G6 out
Locking
there.
it down.
Okay, yeah, he's going to shoot at me here. He's killed me. The G6 killed me. So somebody might want to look to the north. G6 is moving on to target, no longer going to shoot at whoever's there.
There is what looks like an enemy Sherman near B.
My airline and many others past 65 you can no longer fly. The less seat, though oddly enough, it really isn't enforced.
You take
as long as you pass,
position?
you ride every 6 months.
Sorry,
you
but
pass your medical. You're
all right.
Yeah, yeah, and for
Nice.
you know, I think I'm relatively comfortable if you're talking about KG moves doing something every 6 months, up to at least 65. You know, I mean, again, I don't know that I have the magical number that I would hard enforce.
Killed the Sherman close to B.
Everybody out. And I'm sure that, you know, hard enforcement that whatever, you know, whether it's 65 or 60 or 67 or 70 or whatever would leave a few people that truly would be good to have in the pilot's seat and would like to still do it, but we have to work on, you know, averages and whatnot to some degree for such a big industry like the airlines. And you know, if you still want to work, and I don't know how all the airlines work, but there should still be jobs for, you know, as mentors. You know, whether it's flying with other crews, you know, watching, mentoring, observing others that you know, riding planes, or in, you know, school type settings where you're teaching people to be good pilots and other stuff, that long experience can be more beneficial than the latest knowledge, the latest experience would be. So a good mix like that is definitely for an airline transport license. We have.
From my side?
Okay, I'm swinging around. Medical every year, and that's the same whether you're 20 or 65. Yeah. Okay, I'm coming up, Arno. Yeah, I got train cars in front of me, but I'll get past them in just a moment here.
I'm neutralizing B here, capturing.
Great.
Good.
I have kind of two enemies here, heavies.
You see him, gang?
Nope. I believe you. I don't see any movement over here. And I do have a reverse angle on you there. Ah. You're doing good, Dino.
Ah, shit.
Okay.
An M30-36 has destroyed me, but he has already been destroyed.
So there's nobody around this corner. I'm moving up as fast as I can.
I'm coming.
I was well hidden there from the north. Okay, moving up to the wreckage here. What Dino's kills. Alright.
I'm hearing something very close.
All right. Well, there was nothing right around the corner at all when
Well,
I
now
would
it
look.
isn't.
Yeah, yeah, I see. I see. Yeah, it came up after I went by.
You're lucky.
Well, whether it saw me come around and then saw me drive away and figured it was coming behind either way.
I love this position. I truly
Yeah,
do.
I'm gonna be. I'm a little worried about all of these 747s that are pieces falling off of them, I should say. I'm going to be flying hopefully next week with Southwest Airlines. I don't know if you have any opinion of that. It's very likely is who I'm going to be. Ooh, gotcha. That was just a guess shot. Any opinion of that airline, particularly one way or another? Some SOs I fly with share some interesting stories of older captains who fly with. Some of the older guys are sharp and switched on, where some of the could really be on the golf course and not.
Gamer, turn around, Breda.
Okay. I'm.
Most of the crew is taken out. Easy kill.
All right. I'm coming around. Where? I don't see it. I see it. I see it. It's behind some coal stacks for me. It's not looking it this way.
Took out most of his Caruso.
Got it. My machine guns. How humiliating. Yes. On the golf course and not on a flight deck. Yeah, absolutely. Gotta. Oh,
No,
got my good arm around.
Thank you. Oh,
Got him.
nice.
Got him.
Very
Thank
good,
you. Thank you.
very
Thank
well
you.
done, Roby.
This was really depends. Yeah, it depends on the aging is individual because Trump and Biden are about the same. Look at a 5-minute clip of either one of them, and you're same age, but Trump is mentally so much more with it, and a bit more physically with it than Biden. Trump still goes out and plays golf, and plays it. I'm not saying like super well or anything, but plays it okay. I don't know how well he does play or doesn't play, but his score or whatever. But Biden, I don't think Biden could make it all the way around a golf course.
Tank on my side here.
Actually playing golf could physically make it around the golf course. Playing, swinging, and whatnot. Yep. Oop. You got him.
Got him.
Oh, nice, you got the skink.
Yeah. So yeah, and so they're within a year or two of each other, or whatever it is, but it's close, and they're just radically different.
I have tank again here. What the fuck?
Oh, okay. I put a round all the way through him, no damage. Can I machine gun him? Yeah.
Nuke.
Another nuke coming in. Let's see if we can kill this guy before. Oh, you got him. We got him.
Clean him.
Again? Oh. And there's another one here. Holy fuck.
I can't see any of those targets, so I'm waiting. Okay.
This one stopped here, around here somewhere.
Okay. He's behind the train cars for me, so I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, we won this already.
I'm glad to shoot somebody if I can see him.
I'm gonna push that side there.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
Nice.
We should be less concerned with the age of pilots and a little more worried about competency up front. DEI is flipping things on its head. Yeah. And with the Boeing, I don't know how much is Boeing aircraft manufacturing problems, because their DEI leader, or head of CEO, is a cross-dressing whatever. If I got that information right, I think, or if it's DEI on ground crew and maintenances for these various airline companies and things. But I'm going to grab a Coke, and so I'll be right back in just a moment, everybody. So hang loose for just a moment. You can look at the beautiful Tiger too.
I'm gonna enable wager.
Nice paint job there. Desert with the night on the side of the tank. almost back. Okay, I'm back.
Oh no.
Hello, Holiday Punch. Let's see, yeah, competency are radically different than mere decade ago. Wow. I see it with the new flight officers I fly. Some have no business being on the flight deck. Makes me a little concerned knowing that. Yeah, yeah, I'm having a bit of concern over this. I'm still gonna fly. Let's try that. No, let's try summer. Yeah. Young Panther is the sexiest tank. Just saying. Yeah, Young Panther's really cool. I mean, I always wonder how much do I want to say and get this stream demonetized versus just keeping my mouth shut. But I think DEI is pushing it. Is pushing everything so far that there's going to be a massive negative reaction to it, and it's going to hurt people because I think we've had, shall we say, the status quo for so long in the Western world here.
Yep, there's Senko there.
That we are so used to things just working more or less correctly, and hiring a few new people X, whatever the new X type people were at the time, women or minorities or whatever, and putting them into some sort of, whether it's a physically
We have
impressive
M18 between B and A. He's very close.
impressive, job like a fireman or something, or whether it's a mentally one like a, needing to be like an accountant or whatever, that they just hired a bunch that were thought to be reasonably competent, and the rest of the staff, whatever that may mean, would pick up the slack for them. I think it's just now gotten to the point of being so overdone that the competency is going down so much, and they're just going to, dude, what do you keep backing up for? Are going to get people, we're going to have a massive backlash. Tank hunters, yeah, tank hunters are cool. Jag Panzers and Panzerjägers, hunting tanks, tank hunters. Yeah, I'm keeping pushing over to the flank here, get into position.
Yeah, tank here.
Oh, I just got hit and put on fire. Otherwise, no damage. Putting the fire out. So I got down to.
Oh, sorry, tank.
Go away, aircraft. You bother me. And you killed 2 of my people. We're waiting. I'll open my Coke. Well, let me come up around this. I see where you just fired from. Oh, I'm not going to want to do that. A little bit of concealment from the air. Oh, you see me. I see you now.
You see me.
Oop, I got your breach, Pancake. Didn't kill you though, but got your breach. Yes, nursery rhymes.
London Bridge is falling down. Flieg, mein Käfer, flieg. Der Vater ist im Krieg. Die Mutter ist in Pommerland und Pommerland ist abgebrannt.
Is that gonna get us demonetized?
No. It's an old nursery rhyme from the 30 Years' War.
Well, okay, but is that gonna get us demonetized?
Probably not. The text is, I don't know what a Maikäfer is, but it's like fly bug fly. The father is at war. The mother is in Pomerania. Pomerania.
Yeah, I was sort of getting that, but I'm
ground.
just wondering what the algorithms are going to think about all these things.
I think I'm invoking nuclear bomb because I forgot to lower my number of shells.
Over there.
Yeah, yeah, that's my current GPU, KG Moose. You see the stats on Twitch are I do believe properly current as to GPU, CPU, RAM type, and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm out. I actually periodically use that list of stuff to check what do I currently have in my system. So yeah, I think it's correct. Originally, it wasn't so nice, and it was sort of put there to show, hey, I'm doing pretty well without the greatest equipment. Obviously, it's not the greatest equipment. There's a whole generation of video cards better than what I have, but it is still actually a fairly nice system.
Oh, what?
Desperately need a new build. Yeah, I think I have something like that card in my laptop that is my computer that I'm going to be taking when I go to my secret mountain base. But yeah, it's a 20-something GPU. I don't know if it's 2070 or 2080 right offhand, but it's something like that.
Got shot from sea.
And it plays fairly damn well. I mean, I've been streaming there when I was doing War Thunder and whatnot, so. And quite honestly, I mostly upgraded my systems when I'm truly really playing a game that I'm starting to have problems with. I'm not the type of person to just, oh, what's the latest that I can get. I don't. And so far I'm doing with this 3080 is just fine, so I have no intention of upgrading it at this time. I don't know if when the 50 series, and they've now started to be more rumored as coming sooner, if they come out, if I will upgrade or not to them. You know, just as a, you know, desire and want to, and so will. Or whether I'll still just wait until I see performance. I use the NVIDIA system to get rid of background noises because I currently in an environment that has a fair amount of them. You can go to my older streams before they had NVIDIA broadcast and hear a lot of sirens and other stuff, traffic noise. So that keeps me on NVIDIA cards instead of going with, I think that's dead, but let me just, yeah, it's dead. There's flames on it. Keeps me from going over to the other, oh, hello. I see you there now. I shot for, well, we both shot, but you didn't shoot a good spot. I'm the same. We go through, there are days when I purchase games and max out the settings, and these days I have to check yeah, Yeah, and so if you're actually playing a game, now again, I'm right now just streaming out, but because I don't make recordings here locally of War Thunder, but when I'm doing the like Hearts of Iron or other things, and it's a it's a different process. It's using the same software, but not only am I playing on this computer, I am streaming on it, I'm recording on it, and I'm watching back at least one of my streams normally to see the video quality and whatnot. So I got my computer sort of doing a lot of things, even when playing a game. So that is part of at least my internal justification of spending all this money on systems that, you know, I'm actually working it fairly hard beyond just, so I have browsers open, I got recording software, I got various audio software and things like that going on. The Voice Meter Banana, I'm not using that because it was breaking up weird, so I've deleted it, and I'm going to see about reinstalling it or trying. So it's on my other system too here, and I don't know what's acting so screwy with it. Something way out there. You're just going to zip by before I get stopped, but yeah, you're just going. I think that was an M18.
Ooh. I didn't even hear this P-51.
That was right through the front of a Jumbo 76 if Felipe was still around. See how that, against something like this, just gets hammered. Now the reason I'm not going up and capturing the point is I'm trying to be unexpected. So I'm trying to come into here, into a location that they won't quite think I would be at, and they'll be driving around like that, and I just kill them because they don't think anybody's here, because otherwise they would be capturing the point.
The game threw me out.
Uh-oh, Arno, what did you do? Oh, no, I wasn't watching the right direction. He got me. AMD CPUs are great, but the drivers for the GPUs keep me with Team Green. Yeah, the drivers.
Doesn't have a sound engine at all.
And I'm so glad Intel's doing the Intel Arc cards. Not that I intend to going over to them, but it keeps NVIDIA, pushing the envelope as opposed to, no, though of course, I'm still in brown. Oh well. NVIDIA, of course, is wanting to do more and more AI-based cards, but I still think I may be incredibly wrong, because obviously I'm no insider to any of the businesses, but I don't think NVIDIA wants to give up the space, being one of the, really good graphics cards out there. So if Intel actually puts in money and work and comes up with a good graphics card, and AMD continues their push, that we will see NVIDIA coming out with newer and better cards instead of just mildly better this, mildly better that, just to get a new name and try to sell us cards if somebody else has the stats, that are going, hey, yeah, it's X amount better, and so NVIDIA will do that. And so but I am sort of with their broadcast, as well as other things out here for Team Green myself. Not that I love the company or think they're perfect or anything like that. Okay, that's still a little low. Let's see if I can survive one. Another round into it. You are low.
Plane coming from behind you. Never mind. Turned.
See over there, he just shot at me. Let's see. Okay, I can't turn enough. Okay, we're getting stomped here. When I die, I'm not coming back in.
Hello.
Hey, Ari.
Hello, Kenobi.
What are you doing?
I'm doing fine, I reckon.
Reckon you're doing fine. Okay. Okay, whoever smoked up. Arno. Okay, well.
Yeah, we are completely surrounded
Yeah.
The poor bastards, they have you surrounded.
Our armies are decimated.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we're not the force that could then, not the 82nd Airborne. Gotcha.
Oh, nice gamer, thank you. Saved my life.
Well, good. Could have waited.
Yeah, they keep shooting from right side of C. There's
Oh,
at
right
least
there.
3 of them.
Yeah, there's several of them out there.
Oh, you have one right side of B, gamer.
Yeah, I got a second. Okay, now I can move. I see the
There
one up
he is.
there. Yeah, I see he's gone behind trees. Oh, boy.
Bounced. Damn it.
Yeah. You got bombed. I see vehicles out there, 2 of them. Oh, something just shot me from up there. Oh, and something else shot me from another place. I hear NAND flashes going up. I always seem to buy systems at the wrong time economically. So if you want solid state drives or whatever, now is maybe the time to buy them. Maybe don't take my advice, I guess, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I just hear things. So it may go up if you need to do something, do it now.
Hey, gamer, maybe we switch up VR?
Well, I don't
If
want to go
everyone
up any
agrees.
further. It would be
Oh,
down.
no.
It would be
It would
down.
be down, yes.
Which one?
Well,
If everyone agrees, of course.
well, I don't know that everyone has to agree. Why
Yes.
don't we do Germany 4.3?
4.3.
Yes.
We can.
That gets us Jag Panzer IVs, Jag Hetzers, Stuart Meals. Then there's some premium ones.
Or 3. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Stuart Emil.
Yep, Stuart Meal, Jag Panzer IVs, Hetzers. Now, if you have the German T-34 or the Panzer 470A, those are very good.
What servers are you queuing for?
Well, we're right now EU, North America. Do you want to just go to Europe or something?
Yeah, we can do that.
Try to join us. Okay, we'll do a countdown. I am thinking about kicking Arno and bringing you in, but you know.
Oh no, he's kicking me. Oh no.
Well,
The humanity.
we may give you another match or so, and then we'll get in Harry. Harry hasn't played with us in a long time.
That is true, yes.
Yeah, I've sort of been sleeping in the weekends, you know. I'll try to join back more often.
Well, I mean, we love having you around. So if you want to get up and
I was in here the other day with Jan and them, and I was joking. You know, I'm sure Gamer's been missing, you know, the redneck from the mountains just talking about stupid shit all day.
Yeah, well, hey, you're part of the entertainment, you know. Because look, I see, you know, I wish we got better viewership on, and you know, I'm thinking, yeah, it says we're public. We're just not getting any real views on YouTube for some reason. There's a few here, but we've had 20 views so far. And Ketchup said hello. That's right, yes, but I really like Sundays in that the entertainment isn't just me. I got a whole collection full of oddballs here that are entertaining at different levels. Okay, Kroby, if you want to hit the ready button. Yeah, ready. Okay.
The last vehicle.
Yeah, okay. Ari, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go. Going into something.
That's quick.
I'm going in.
Cargo port.
Cargo port.
Single point.
I got Ash River.
I would rather be on Ash River with you. But oh well.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you a question. I asked some
Sure.
other people here. I'm interested. I was hearing this conspiracy theory about medieval times and dragons and stuff, and they correlate that the dinosaurs we have are actually dragons, and that they went extinct due to medieval questing and dieting. I was wondering if you believed in dragons or not. You don't have to believe in that conspiracy theory, but if
Okay,
dragons
well,
are real.
my understanding is dragons definitely come from finding dinosaur fossils, the idea of them. And we can see that there are some things, and they may even have found actually some of the fossils from ancient Greece that they had, and they didn't have back in ancient Greece the concept of extinction necessarily. So if you have
Yes, thank you.
if you have bones of a dinosaur, they must still be out there somewhere. They didn't have that, and also for giants, if you sort of disarticulate a human skeleton and then just sort of lay it out there, it actually seems like a foot or more taller than standard humans. So if people who aren't used to looking at skeletons and sort of lays out a human skeleton, it very well may look to be a bigger thing. So you get the idea of giants.
There's actually something particularly interesting about that, because if you look at the skull of an elephant.
Yeah, now you see you're going to the Cyclops, and I was about ready to go there. And the skull of an elephant or of a mammoth or something like that has an opening in the center that could be mistaken for an eye socket, and you get the Cyclops. So I do think what you're talking about, but it definitely goes back well before medieval, because dragons are at least in the Western world are known well before the medieval period. So I do not think any of it is to do with questing, and we really know that as in recorded history, not anthropology or other things, but recorded history, we have extinction of animals. What the hell did I hit? I hit a post or something. Or maybe I just hit.
There are dragon-esque things from like the Neolithic, so
right. But we have stuff that was around in gladiatorial games in Rome that have become extinct. Because whether directly because of Rome or just simply human pressure on the animals, I'm not sure. But
there's one more there.
It very well could be human pressure, or could be Rome specifically on some of the species being hunted out for gladiatorial games. But yeah, I definitely think that dragons were
I know that there is a plant that the Romans farmed into extinction.
Well, there's the North African elephant is a very good one, because all of the elephants that Hannibal brought over were North African elephants, not African elephants and not Asian elephants. And most of the North African elephants are fairly small, though there was that one big one that Hannibal did get across the Alps successfully and had around for quite some time. So
yeah, the one thing I read about was that one of the theories for where the heart symbol comes from is the idea that it comes from the seeds of a plant that grew in North Africa that was used as a contraceptive, and that the Romans used so heavily that they quite literally farmed it into extinction.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so I definitely, and Chinese also have dragons, but I don't see that they need to have come from the early Greeks. They could and there's out in the Gobi Desert or what, they could readily have found bones.
Yeah, I mean the Greek dragons are also completely different. Like in Greek, the word where the word dragon comes from just means serpent.
Right. And so
in the stories, the dragons are just big snakes, pretty much.
Right. And so, yeah, I that's why we have, including into the Aztecs, definitely had their
Oh, so
Quetzalcoatl, the
one on
serpent
my
gods,
right side.
that I can readily see that they're just, everywhere there's dragons, but I do not believe. I mean, it'd be cool to think, but I truly do not believe that there were dragons running around when there's humanity.
Well, like the closest thing there is are like species that have been given the scientific dragon names, like Dracovolans, which is like this tiny lizard that has like uses its ribs as like pseudo wings to glide around.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a big fire-breathing thing, That's...
Exactly. The closest thing there we have are Komodo dragons.
Yeah, and Komodo dragons are so remote, so rare that that's not that's again us, I think, projecting onto them. I forget what island that they're on, but yeah, that it's us projecting the idea.
They're on the island of
Indonesia.
Komodo.
Komodo, yeah. So okay, so yeah, so they're on one island out in the Pacific
and Flores, like they're on Komodo and like I think a couple of islands around it.
Yeah, so that it's that rare that's us projecting, not that humanity encountered them way back whenever.
Yes, that is exactly what happened. They were discovered by a pilot who initially was like, "Wow, these things are huge. Must be like they're like dragons," and the name stuck.
Right.
They're not even called dragons in German. In German, they're just called iguana, Komodo iguanas.
Iguana.
That being said, there was a dinosaur that has actually only been discovered fairly recently in China, Yichi, that pretty much was a dragon. Now, he was very small, but he was like a little dinosaur that had actual bat wings.
Right.
It was literally like a little wyvern.
Now, Chinese and Korean and Japanese dragons do not have physical wings, even though they fly.
Yeah, that's also not what I meant. I just meant that it's a dinosaur that coincidentally.
Yeah, well, no,
like
I understand that, but meaning that their dragons did not come with the idea that they needed physical wings for the idea of them.
Yes.
Meaning they didn't see a different, skeleton or fossil or whatever of a different version of that species and then come up with the idea of dragon.
Then that has a lot to do with the
like
Chinese
specifically they are
cultivation.
described as having like the feet of a bird, the body of a serpent, the head of and antlers of a deer, and the scales of a fish.
Yeah. Now, would this maybe have been an aquatic thing?
They are associated. Now, that's actually something interesting because dragons in Chinese mythology and generally like in related Asian mythologies are usually associated with water.
Well, Japan particularly so. I know.
But also China.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying I know Japan. But because, I'm not sure if the Gobi or something wasn't at some point, a bit of a sea.
No, the Gobi wasn't really an ocean.
But I do know that some of those regions, between the Indian continent and the rest of Asia, there was a sea there at one time before before the two continents smashed into each other. So you very well could have uplift and have what is, now relatively high, maybe top of Everest in theory.
Yeah, yes, the
That
Himalayas are
was
a
at one
very
point at the
young
bottom of the
mountain
sea.
range.
Yeah, so.
So yes,
At,
that is pretty much where you would have like sea, but no, the Gobi Desert was probably fairly arid at that point too. But there were definitely a lot of dinosaurs there that we know of. That's where you have Velociraptor, where you have
You have been
Tarbosaurus,
there?
Protoceratops, Dinochirus. Only to name a few.
I don't keep those in my head, unfortunately, the names.
Yeah, well, I was a bit of a dinosaur nerd when I was younger. Still am, but not as much.
Dinophilus. You're a dinosaur nerd. Wow.
Well, actually, that's the name of an extinct cat.
Okay, well.
Dinophilus, terrible cat. But it is from a book primarily about dinosaurs. It just also has chapters about other extinct animals. And I have like a pet cat, and so I thought.
Yeah. No, it's fine. You don't have to justify your existence.
Sorry, that's a bit of a thing I have. I must justify everything. But that's a personal issue.
Yes. Well, we all have those personal issues. Okay, I know I'm going to try to cap the point.
I dropped the audio, so I'm waiting.
Okay. See anybody up here yet? Out in the corner. I think I hear Rhino's artillery. A muzzle blast. Oh, okay, going on the point. Okay, they know I'm here. But we are decapping.
You watch that way. I will watch the other way.
Okay. Okay, well you're stopped. Not sure what you are. Hit again. That's you as some sort. Gotcha.
They got me.
Okay. No, there were too many of them. Well, I don't know. Coming ahead, sir.
Already on 8?
Yeah, one of them's a BTR. It's open top.
I dropped 30 over there. I'm not sure if it will get anything. Oh, there's T-34 and KV.
There's a KV-2 down there. There's a BTR, and I guess a T-34.
Oh, there's tank here too.
You know, it feels like years. Has anyone ever heard about the World War mode?
Not anything new recently. Months ago, I definitely heard that it's still on the table to happen. It's
There's a big KV with big gun here.
Yeah, that it's still something that's being worked on and will happen. I have no time scale when the next one's going to happen. The one thing I did hear about is it's more of a talk of Instead of like
I have his trucks. He can't move.
a big campaign, sort of short campaigns or whatever is what the talk was. You know, just like a 2-day or 4-day. Hey, this sort of one battle, one thing, World War mode's going to happen, but I don't know how soon or whatnot. I wish they would throw them, throw them in every other month. Have, a long weekend of World War mode.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yep, I both like commanding them as well as just driving tanks in them, even in somebody else's. Somebody's on the point. Okay. Big KV. Yeah, I see you there. Question is do I go in front of the building or behind the building? Where are you going to come out? Are you going to keep pushing forward or are you going to sit back there? Oh, you're gonna push up. And boom. Okay, I'm decapping. I saw somebody else. Oh, hello. You're going to turn around and deal with me. Oh, and somebody else deals with me beforehand.
Here.
Yeah, I think we're going to lose this. That's why TeamG was created, was to fight in a World War mode.
Oh, no. There's an issue here, don't road. We're gonna spectate. I think this is over.
Yeah. Well, we got best squad. How's your match going, Ari?
Oh well, I already won.
I didn't quite understand that.
I already won the. It was.
Oh, you won it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you ready to join us?
Oh yeah.
Okay. There's Ari. So we've kicked Arno. Sorry, Arno. Yeah. But we can do a countdown. We might get in the same match.
Sure.
I'm ready.
All right. Okay. You ready, Arno?
I'm ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Go. I'm in already.
Oh, we're going in now. No, I don't know if it's going to be the same match. No, we got Carpathian.
God damn it, I hate your Dens map.
I am Vigo, the Scourge of Carpathia.
Yes.
Sure.
Back when movies were good. When even the sort of movies were actually good. Yes.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of that film, but I love every scene with Vigo in it. He's such a fun villain.
Oh man.
Like Quintilius Varus, give me back my legions.
Yes, yes.
I'll be pushing. See over there?
Yes, Augustus.
They should have a good forest map in this game.
Well,
I don't think they do.
Well, they do. They got forest maps.
I haven't seen any. I mean, there's that big plains map, but I hate that one.
No, I'm not talking about that one. Oh, what's the name of it? Oh, I'm forgetting the name. No, not Corellia. It's... Oh, I forget. Oh, I forget how the name is.
What does it look like?
It has a lot of trees. It's mostly flat, or rolling sort of hills, and it's not the one that we were playing on earlier today. It's other map. I'm thinking of. Yeah. It's not completely forested, but there's some good chunks of forest.
Ardennes?
Yeah, I think it's Ardennes. No, Hertigan. Hertigan Forest, that's it.
Ah,
Hurtgen.
Yeah, that's it, Hertigan Forest.
Oh, Hurtgen.
The Americans called it hurt again, like being hurt
I'm
again.
here.
Well,
Hurt
you
again.
Americans go. Meh.
Yeah, Hertigan Forest, yeah. So.
Can't see him.
But that's a forest. I mean, it's not maybe a great map, but it's a forest map. Hello, that Blue Gator. How you doing? Is that a Brumbar? No. This is a Panzer 470A.
You have another.
Has a long barrel on
T-34
it.
here.
Okay, let's. Been driving around a long time. But the Brumbar is cool. I do have it. I don't play it much. Just really long reload time.
I got shot from right side from
Oh, there's somebody up
middle.
here.
No, from A, from bridge.
Okay. You know I'm here. No, you don't know I'm here. Oh, now you do know I'm here.
Oh shoot.
Okay, got his turret crew. So he is temporarily not dangerous. Come on, get depression. Get. Oh, somebody else got him. Good. Whoever, but yeah. At least I didn't get got. That's where they're appearing now in the new location. I don't know if I want to stay here or move up to my old location, which puts me at.
I'm gonna take a page out of Coastal May's book. I'm gonna bomb the enemy to the Stone Age.
Yeah.
You
I
have such an
don't know if
amazing
you
cut-off
haven't noticed, but we don't have factories on this in this game to like bomb. Okay, well, wanted a nice bunch of slide shots on the enemy here as they came out of their spawn, but there don't seem to be many. Oh, there's. What was that? What did I see? No. Okay. Oh, there. I did bushes. Okay. Oh, somebody's bombing there. Oh, where did I get shot at from? Oh, here. Hello. There we go. Yeah.
That guy's dead. Or not.
I think you hit people, but you didn't kill anybody.
That guy survived a direct 1,000-pound bomb on him. What?
There's a big KV. That's somebody just shot it.
Right on his
Shot it
head.
again. Let me see if I can. I got it strapped.
Oh, I don't think it'll be around the-
Did they nerf
You
the
still have a live
damage in this game?
thing
Because
alive here.
no, I just saw I was ricocheting a lot more of my Puma than I normally do. They must have nerfed the cannons a little bit.
I don't know. Maybe you're just not playing as good as you used to. You're getting old, Ari.
You saying I'm washed up?
Yeah, I'm trying to be out on the flank. Yeah. Well, you know, I'm washed up. I'm old.
Oh man. I'm getting bad at shooting things.
That poor A7M is gonna get his world rocked.
Avenge me, gamer.
I'm watching. I don't see where. Oh, I see somebody here. Okay, maybe that was him. I don't know. I killed one. Ah, there's a BT. Let's see if I can get on target before it disappears. Oh, I got its engine enough. It's on fire. So it's no longer dangerous to me. And now it's dead. People over there I should maybe worry about. Through the forest. Oh, got your loader. Now you're gonna shoot at me.
Oh man, I did a perfect landing this time. No
Got
scratch
your
or
gunner.
dings.
Careful, there's coming someone to your left.
Yeah, I'm seeing them all over here. Oh, close in, yeah. Okay.
have
Oh, it's a
tank here.
truck. The problems and got you.
Time to get to the front. You know, historically, I'd be doing some circles at this airfield until I get in high enough aviation, but I'm just gonna wing it.
Boom.
What is that bastard doing? He's gonna land, I'll take off. Well, that man doesn't have wheels anymore, I can tell you that. Oh, man.
There's one plane in sky. Be careful, gamer.
Alright. Yep, I'm out here in the open. And boom. T-34 got me. But I got 6. I kept the side lock down for a while. Okay. Let's come in a T-34. Yeah, I'm a German, and I got a T-34. Oh well.
No, you're not.
Well, I'm playing in Germany.
Be careful, Eddie. He's coming for you.
And I'm Italian right now, you know, don't mind the markings. A little far from Africa, though, I gotta say.
Oh, he's... what the hell is he doing?
There's somebody with a bumble.
There's 2 planes.
That was the guy that got me before. Gotcha.
Oh, well, insult to injury.
Get him here.
Oh,
Ah,
shit.
damn.
You got a lucky shot on my pilot.
I got him, I got him. There's one more in sky, I don't see him. Maybe he went back to base.
I'm in the visible zone, backing up, backing up. Off their map.
Oh, I see him. Enemy plane coming from this side. It's a bomber.
There's my wreckage right there.
He didn't succeed. Nice.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go now. It was
Okay,
fun playing, guys.
Kroby, Flexible,
See you
thank
later.
you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Okay,
No
I
problem.
will remove from
Have a good
squad.
night.
Yes, have a good evening. And
So
there's
how's
Arno.
Manor treating you, by the way? I
There's
saw
I.
you playing it on
Okay.
the channel.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. If you're talking about performance, it did okay. I wasn't expecting, wondrous viewing numbers, but probably about double what I ended up getting. That's what I was expecting. So yeah, I'm planning on continuing to play it for the channel for a little while to see if I can build up viewership with it. So next Saturday, more Manor Lords. Okay,
Yay!
yeah. So I hope it's actually yay.
I loved it.
Yeah. I'm definitely planning on doing the campaign in which there's combat, not just continuing the economic thing.
Oh, don't worry.
I wanted to get the figure the economy and all that stuff out because it's a major part of the game without having to worry about military stuff to start with.
Do you think it's going to be the Total War killer?
I don't know. I think it's remarkably good. The game. It is built basically by one guy, so keep that in mind compared to if you're comparing it to Total War or whatever. It's not a team. It's a developer that yes has gotten bits and pieces of help from other people at times, but so I don't know how people are going to really dig in and go with it. I'm liking it. I like that it's very, you don't magically place buildings. You go, oh, we're going to have a building here, and then they go get the big log, and the people then start hammering on it. So it takes a while. So it's, it's not realistic in that they've got to do every little step in building a building, but it's a lot of the stuff like that. So I think it's good, and it's still a playable without doing too much detailed crap. Oh, where am I being shot from? I didn't see anything. Am I being shot from over there? I don't see anything over there. Where? Artillery A.
I think I'm going to call it quits after this round.
Okay, Dino. Thanks for hanging out.
See you later, buddy.
Always good having you here. Oh, over towards okay, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Oh, and somebody got you. Very good, Dina. Very good, very good.
So have you moved to Arizona yet? Or
No, I'm right now in California. I'm hoping this coming week to get to Arizona. But if you're talking full-time, fully move out, it's going to take... I'm switching around what my priorities are going to be. Oh, hello. I see you there. I don't know why you didn't kill me before. Now you're dead. I'm planning on just taking this year to move. My current plans are to go for, at least 6 weeks, but maybe more for Arizona. And then, and then maybe come back here and worry more about packing stuff up here to get moved to there and things. So it's going to take a while. I'm just letting it take a while. Point to your bullets. Point to your bullets. Somebody else just hit it badly. Take its trunk out. No, is it dead? It's dead. Didn't I get any credit for that? Okay, all that's new. Let me see you. Over. Those are bombs. Alright, well we got bombed. Well, let's come back in an Ostwind and shoot at the bombers. The aircraft. Not necessarily bomber aircraft, but they have bombs. Where's the aircraft? Where's the aircraft?
You gotta be kidding me.
Uh-oh.
He scooted my gun barrel slightly above his turret. By backing into me. That's ridiculous.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Eric.
How are you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm good, good, good. You guys are doing War Thunder?
Yeah.
I see you're AAing right now.
Yeah.
Well, I am out, and I wish you all a good night.
Oh,
Okay.
All
See you,
right.
Dino.
Sorry.
take care.
So how's
Bye.
the new job doing, Eric?
It's good, it's good.
Very good to hear.
Been learning a lot, so
How's your new house, Eric?
I haven't moved in yet. I told you 15th of May.
Well, maybe you'll just
It's not
get
yet,
there,
no.
you know?
If I move, I'd tell, okay? You know?
Oh.
I'd share pictures and shit of the apartment, so people can come visit me, even though if I don't want to, you know? Dox myself.
You don't want.
No, I know. But yeah, it's been good. I also got more confirmation of my hunting license stuff, and I'm all registered and ready to go. So
Well, that's excellent.
yeah. Apparently, they every time you do a course there over the weeks and all the collection of stuff you learn, they actually
Oh,
register
nicely
it on
done,
your name.
Eric.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally gonna die, but it was worth it.
So I am, what's it called? One step closer to Crags.
Yes. Yes.
So
I was
Yeah.
impressed with the information that Toyjet got on my pistol.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised Toyjet did it as well. But I
Oh.
think it's the one thing Toyjet likes is the Radom Vis Polish
Yeah.
weaponry.
Yeah.
And that book was great.
I'm so dead. Oh wait, I didn't
I've been-
explode. My
although,
guy
what I-
survived.
I've been reading through my book on the Anglo-Boer War rifles, and man, it's been an interesting topic. Holy shit! Like, and I've also been on my way to and from work because it's like a 30-minute drive. I've been listening to a podcast about the Anglo-Boer War by what's his name? It's some historical dude. Let me see if I can find it here.
L.J. Ventnor by any chance? No. I don't
No,
know.
it's by Desmond Latham.
Okay, don't know the name
Yeah,
right offhand.
some British bloke.
Yeah.
But very interesting. I'm how far I'm in now? Episode 8. The Boers move south and Winston Churchill is captured. So
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, people really don't know Winston Churchill's background nowadays. They all think of
No.
him just as the World War II leader, but he did this whole Boer
He was a
War
journalist,
thing.
journalist, I believe.
Yeah, journalist, adventurer, maybe spy. I don't know. And then he also did. What was he at? Abdurman or whatever in the Sudan campaign, and he shot a bunch of people there. And earlier than that, he was up in the northwest frontier in India in one of the wars there. You know, he was doing all that stuff long, you know, in his early 20s. And he was doing those kind of things long before you ever get to old fat dude in World War II.
Yeah, and it's been interesting because I'm still on the first chapter about the Martini Henrys, and it's been a very interesting. Like they've been talking about like why they preferred and stuff like with their their musketry or whatever it's called, like shootmanship, or like their shooting skills, how good
Right.
it was compared to, let's say, the rank and file style of the Brits. So
Yeah.
So yeah, very interesting. So I've yet to get to in 2 chapters I'll get to the crag, which will be interesting.
All right.
Because when I
You know,
even
they
when
try to contain your assignment. You know.
so when I
Yeah.
contacted the museum about the Boer crags, they didn't even give me like this book as reference. I don't think they have this book in file.
Or they may have it, but they don't really know that it's there. Yeah, or know what's in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
there's crags in there. They may know that they may or may not have it in their thing. But Eric, you know, the young people today, and I'm not singling you out. I'm just saying generally, young people today don't really realize just how much information is out there and how hard it is to get.
Yeah.
It's not all in one central computer that you type in that Google machine and you say give me and that's it.
The Google machine. That's the most boomer thing I've heard from you.
Yeah, I'm just
I know.
saying it that way, and you know it.
I know. Yeah.
But it's it's just like, oh, Google, Boer War Crags, and you're going to come up with all of the stuff.
No.
Like at least all the
So-
references, and it's a hard fight.
And what's it called? The guy the Crag Jesus when I talked to
Yeah,
him, he actually
yeah.
owned, what was it, like 5 Boer Crags, which was very interesting.
Oh, well,
So
yeah.
yeah. So I might have if I want to do YouTube videos and stuff. I now have the connection to the guy who owns almost all of the sniper Crags, as well as a guy who has Boer Crags, which is cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I think over time you need to be the guy who gets all the information out there about Norwegian arms.
Yeah.
Left or right?
What do you mean left or right?
Get
I
it
think he did.
arms?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
huh. I think Gamer thought you just went into a game.
Yeah, well, I was wondering. Yes. Okay, we're all ready now. Okay,
Unless
we're
they were
going in.
joining, you know.
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
be just relaxing for a little
Yeah, I
bit.
don't-
I've
I
been
didn't
working on
expect
my.
it.
I've been working on my car yesterday, and I've also been just my whole body's sore, so I'm just
Mhm.
tired. So, but the funny thing is my hunting license is. I know when I'm taking my exam, the 15th of May.
Uh-huh.
So, and that's the
Ye-
same day I should be moving into my apartment. So I have to postpone my movement of apartment either a week early or a week late. So, which is fine. So,
Where are we
Well-
going, Gamer?
I'm going towards A.
Roger.
Well, I mean, can't you move into your apartment but not move into your? I mean, get the keys.
oh
and
yeah,
just,
yeah, that's what I was meaning. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like me, like starting to sleep there. I might do that, just sleep and then move my stuff over periodically.
Yeah.
Just
I
keep
mean,
in mind, I'm
yeah.
off work at 4 o'clock, so I can always just take a couple trips with my car to my apartment. from
yeah.
there.
That's what I mean. Just
Yeah.
get your
Wait.
apartment get the keys to your apartment on the 15th and
Yeah, that's what my plan is. So.
and start moving stuff.
Yeah.
Even though you're also taking.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not going to be that expensive. It looks to be, it's probably going to be around at the end, like maybe $350 total with the exam fees and everything.
Right.
So, we'll see though. I might just, they recommend buying like the books and stuff on it that they have, which I might just do just so I have some reading, so I can. I want to ace this,
Right.
So. So yeah, once I get my hunting license, I don't know how that works because I'll be learning a lot more in depth of the laws and stuff in this as well. It's like 3 hours of law, it's 6 hours of shooting with rifle and shotgun outside, which will be interesting. I haven't shot a shotgun before, so all I've heard is just put that butt into your shoulder nicely and it should be fine. If not, you're gonna have a hell of a time.
What type
That's-
of shotgun?
I don't fucking know. It just says rifle and shotgun, so I'm guessing some.
It's
standard.
probably going to be a double barrel, as
Or
opposed to
I'm,
like.
I'm thinking
Ooh,
maybe
that would be
or probably a pump action because you can only shoot one at a time. So
Oh, because I know pumps were banned in Britain, functionally.
pumps are allowed in Norway. You just
Okay.
can't have more than 3 rounds in the tube.
Yeah. 'Cause I remember
making it a double barrel,
friend
or like
of mine who showed up with a pump, and was just like taking out the birds rapidly with his pump. And this was back in the days before they didn't have a capacity, because in Britain it's in some of this stuff it's more of a slaughter when they go after the birds and things, and that they have drivers that drive the birds, beaters maybe I should say, going out beating the birds in. And oh, I see him. You guys have been missing this guy, and he didn't pay attention. Yes, I see Eric. Okay, and KV is dead.
There's one other in the town somewhere.
Okay, you go kill him. And so they're just, in front of the, driving the birds in front of them, and they're just
Yeah.
slaughtering them. And he was just taking them out with a pump. But then there was one shooting in
Yeah.
Scotland, and then they go, "Oh, we got to ban everything," and so it's down to like double
Yeah.
barrel. So I don't know. And
One thing as well, by the
Norway.
way. So yeah, pumps are allowed. But it's just you have to. What people did is to limit the magazine, because it's more like they just put a wood rod into the barrel.
Yeah, that's
into the,
what's done
tube.
here for if you're hunting with a shotgun. I do believe it is 3 rounds max capacity to go hunting, not to own, but just hunting limit. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's it called? When I was chatting with Crag Jesus, I'm
Right.
just gonna call him that because it's much easier than saying his full name.
Right.
I told him about my predicament with the front sight that I never got from that.
Yeah,
company.
you told me that he was
Yeah.
gonna maybe
Yeah,
supply you with one.
he has shipped it with the screw and the thing
I'm
for free.
dead.
Oh, you're
He didn't even ask for any payment. I said like, where do you want me to send the money? He's like,
okay. Well,
yeah,
payment is to do the guy a favor someday.
yeah. I said
so-
I did say I owe you one. So
Yeah, whether it's and get to know the guy, whether it's finding a rare piece for him or promoting up his book. Maybe you want to, because I don't know if you noticed, I gave you a thank you on one of your videos again that you helped, you made for DaVinci Resolved, because I was.
Oh, did you? Oh.
Yeah, on YouTube, because I know you made it and it's all that, but I hadn't done the thing for a while, so I went back and watched your video to get to how to do it again. So I really like
Yeah.
that. So you might want to make a review and put up on your channel of
Yeah.
his book or something, and
I
say,
can do
hey,
it,
this, and that way, and both of his books or whatever, because he also has his main
He
Crag
has
book.
multiple.
Yeah,
he has
and
he has
so-
many books.
Gamer here.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I was tracked. I'm coming around after the AA vehicle if I can. Okay, he's coming behind. Trying to get behind me. He's dead. Thank you. We got him. And just put reviews up on YouTube with here's this book, and it's wonderful because it's Crag Jesus, and it's Crags, and it's all that good stuff. And that would be a good way to help him out.
Yeah,
Keep moving, keep coming forward, keep coming forward, keep coming forward, keep coming forward.
I would love for there to be an English version of it.
Right, but just keep.
There isn't.
No, it's only in Norwegian.
Oh damn it.
But but that would help him out, and that would be
Yeah.
if it gets him some sales of his book, that would be well worth whatever
Yeah.
money for the part.
Problem is I think both of the books that he wrote, I don't think they're being printed anymore.
Doesn't matter.
So-
Just because if there's enough, it's a way to thank you. One of the ways people do, or one of the reasons people do this is for recognition, posterity, whatever.
Audio
So just that his book is talked about would be important to him, I believe.
What now? Sorry, I wasn't.
Just that his book
did you
is
say?
being talked about.
Yeah.
Even if it's not published, maybe he may have a stack of them. Because one guy that my dad knew.
I mean, you could ask to translate his books for him.
Well, Eric
You have
is not.
other
Eric
things.
could do it, but he's not the best guy to do it. Toyjet would be better.
Yeah.
Ari, if you don't know, Eric doesn't do well. I mean, not that he's poor at it, but he either thinks in English or he thinks in Norwegian. He doesn't translate between the two.
Yeah,
he
it's
doesn't like
hard.
start in Norwegian and then how do I say this in English? He just either thinks in English or he thinks in Norwegian. Where Toyjet, I think, thinks in Norwegian and rapidly translates to English. At least that's how I think it is. And so Eric is sort of two brains, and so that's
Yes.
very, and again, it's not a bad thing. It's just explaining Eric and how he thinks. But yeah, so a friend of my dad, he wrote one of the big books on Wyatt Earp,
Okay.
and he privately published it, meaning he paid for the stuff, and it was going for I don't know, $100 or $200 a copy and whatnot. And so And he was slowly selling these things, and he was making some money off of it, but it wasn't that he was like being rich off this thing, because it's a few hundred copies of this, obviously rare book, isn't going to make you a lot of money, even if it's going out, because you're paying, because it's a 2-inch thick book.
Yeah.
And so that costs a lot to publish and also to write and collect all the photos. And it's not collecting photos off the internet. He was collecting the original photos.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. So it was a passion project. Now I ended up, because of he offered a copy to me, and I turned it down because I knew he had already given 2 copies of the book to my dad. And one is still sealed up, and the other one has been opened, but in excellent shape. So yeah. And that's, I'm guessing maybe Craig Jesus' book is something like that he may be sitting on a 50 or 100 copies of some of these things that he can slowly sell. And so if you make a book review and put it up on the interwebs, yes, I'm doing the boomer thing. And
yeah, I wouldn't mind it.
Well, it's a way to say thank you, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And if the thing is with that book is, it's the most extensive book on the Crag. There is a newer book that was released by the Army, actually, which is the one that it's apparently the book you want to get if you want to do gun collecting, because they actually base your collecting field off of that book.
Right.
So like, if you want to,
you should get that one too. But
I had the opportunity to buy it, but it's still getting printed, so that's why I bought the Boa book, because it's only one of 50 copies.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, I'm not saying you made a bad choice there at all.
No,
not at all.
It was written by I think it was Ron Bester, I believe.
Okay.
Was the guy who wrote
Party on 8.
Oh, there's somebody on 8. Let's turn around.
It was a guy from. Yeah, he's a. Let's see here. Yeah, I found the book at least on Amazon, and the book goes for. Well, it goes for $400 hardcover, and I got it for 40. No, I got it for 35 because I actually so, which is good. And mine is the only one with signed by both Ron and and Crag Jesus, because he helped him write the Crag part.
Right.
That's kind of cool though. So it was so weird to me to ask for his signature though, because I've never done that before.
Right.
So.
Is that why you're Crag banned now? You met Crag Jesus?
Well, I sort of teased Eric into doing that, but yeah.
Oh, what now?
Cragman.
Oh yeah. I can't really escape my fate, so.
You don't have to keep it as being.
No, it's
just
too
sort of
late
teasing.
now, I'm keeping it now.
I mean, it's never too late to be straight, Eric.
Well, I am.
No, you're a crag sexual.
Ah, yes, that's true.
That's
You're
is
a
it
lot
like
of the same
it
people who have an attraction to pans,
Is this the whole thing where it goes like LGBTQ and at the end it's K?
Yeah, you'll be the 3rd or 4th K they figure out, but yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is what they should get G in there earlier. G gun sexual, or A for ammo sexual, or whatever, just generally. But you're more defined. Because I've been going through things, and I figured out I have 5 SKSs.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Only 5?
That means he has 10, guys. That means he.
No, 11.
Yeah. Well, I wondered. I had 2 of the same, and I was looking at why did I have 2 of these, and now I had the sales slip. How much you want to guess I paid for buying new from the store? But also do note that I did have an employee discount. So how much do you think I got one of these SKSs for?
$250.
Man, I'm being really loved right now by these
players. What was Arno's?
150.
Okay. Is Ari going to guess a number?
What, for your guns?
No. How much I paid for an SKS?
Oh, I'm gonna guess about $200.
$125.
Holy shit! Damn,
Jesus.
that's cheap. That's good. Good
And
price.
it's an M59 from Yugoslavia, so it's a Yugoslavian SKS.
Do you have any pictures of it?
It's a
I
Vespa,
just
yeah.
got one of the bad sort of group shots of all of them that you've been seeing some of that. The serial number, and this is why I'm sure I got an earlier one, because some of them were coming with their little booklet from the Army that recorded the gun, including its like shooting groups recorded down.
Okay.
So we were
That's cool.
in the store. We were picking the sort of cherry ones that were had really good groupings. So in their test firings, but this one
Oh wow. Okay.
this one is serial number 16.
Whoa!
Yeah.
that's
With
That's
a bunch of zeros before it, but serial number 16. That's why.
What?
Oh, that's why I got the second one. Yeah, okay, that would be the thing that I would do.
Are you sure? Like, yeah, I'm looking at another
No, I
one
truly
here.
want to see a picture of it.
It looks like just average, and I took it out of its box to get it into the gun safe.
Yeah.
But it's still in the plastic wrapper and it's still dipped in cosmoline. So I mean it's still all gunky. I mean I've never shot them or anything. I've just owned them.
I'm gonna see if I can find the serial numbers because I found out apparently you can is the serial numbers on the barrel apparently.
Well, this is a Yugoslav M59, not the M59-66. Now I have one of those too. Again, we were selling those. That the grenade launcher has been removed, and it's a muzzle brake was put on. A modern muzzle brake was stuck on it, but otherwise it's original.
Oh, okay.
Still have the sights and whatnot for the grenade, but not the actual muzzle attachment for the grenade. The another one I got, which this was after I left working for the store, but still had friends around, got in. It was an M21 SKS. And I did, yes, but Chinese made for North Vietnam, and it's one of it's in the NO serial number. NO is a number, because there's no Chinese markings on it. That was only and I do have the paperwork around here. It was a Vietnam bring back.
Oh, that's sick.
So it came from the Vietnam War brought, and it's in the roughest shape of all I have. It's not in terrible shape, but it's in the roughest.
But it's, yeah, I think that's
it's missing its cleaning rod, and I don't know when that disappeared. Probably in Vietnam, but I don't know for a fact.
But that makes it like proper.
Oh, it's very collectible.
Yeah.
I mean, and compared to all the SKSs out there, it's in the 1% or 5% type number. Compared, of in the U.S. all the SKSs, it's like 1% of them or something are Vietnam bringbacks or whatever. So it's. I don't even know if there's good pricing. What they would even go for. It just who wants it and how bad do they want it.
They go for about the low end price of a NVA or a Korean seems to be about $1,500.
Yeah.
That's the low end. Damn.
And so yeah, like I say, and it's not in great shape, but because I've seen some photos because I was recently looking up the stuff, some photos of near pristine copies of the thing.
Yeah.
Of that. No, this is in okay shape. Oh, come on, stop shoot. Getting a little more depression here. Okay.
That's cool though.
Yeah, so I've got some SKSs. Two of them are the same. One was probably just a very good shot group, and the other one being super low serial number.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what that's worth. I mean, I don't know that it's like super valuable, but it's like a bunch of zeros and then 16. So it was just such a and we got to look through all the guns that were coming through our particular store, and I go, yep, no, I'm gonna pick that one up.
You are lucky, yeah. I can't wait to finally like. I don't know how it's gonna be. It's gonna be so interesting when I actually own a firearm. Like
Yeah.
I have guns that work.
Yeah, you have guns, so yeah,
Right.
you own a firearm.
But
you don't
but
have ammo
it's-
for them, but yeah, you have guns.
yeah,
You need
I
to
was
get
thinking,
ammo
like,
for them.
They were right
probably-
here. Oh,
Yeah, I'm coming around the corner. Oh, it's dead. Something else got me.
probably what I'll do is depending on how the laws if the law hunting laws are like
Have to
'cause
repair. 23
one of them
seconds.
is you have to shoot your guns up every year, like to put rounds through them, right? Just to make sure that they work. If that's because I've just heard rumors of that, but if I can buy a Krag that I don't have to shoot,
Oh, I don't think I
wanna-
shared. I got a new toy.
oh,
Yeah, hold on. It's loaded.
but yeah, if I get
Eric, look, there's
Yeah.
if you've got some pristine thing that you don't want to shoot, and you got a shooter Krag too, go and shoot
That's
the
what I was
shooter
thinking,
Krag. And if you're friends enough around the crew, who's going to really check to see if you shot that particular gun?
yeah,
Are the police going to come and every year, once a year, stand by you while you shoot that serial number gun? You just go to the range and because you're a nice guy and you'll get buddies at the range and I don't really want to shoot this and we're just going to shoot this one gun 10 rounds
Yeah.
instead of 5 rounds and we're going to say it's 5 rounds from each gun, right, guys? Yeah, and you just put that down in your little shooter card or whatever it is you have for the gun, and that's what you do. You definitely should have a shooter Krag.
I see. Okay, so if you let me see here. Oh, shooting just it's you only have to shoot up your guns if you're actually going to go out and hunt. It seems
Right.
like if you're
Okay,
going to
yeah.
go on, yeah.
Yeah,
But if you,
Yeah.
yeah. Interesting.
But you should definitely have a Krag that is in decent shape, but not so pristine that you don't
Yeah.
want to shoot it. Like I don't
I
want to shoot
remember-
this serial number 16. It's just gonna.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no point. I'll shoot the other one. I'll shoot some of the other more common SKSs that I have here, but and I didn't buy it to shoot.
Yeah.
But you should have a shooter Krag, just so you know. Just so so when I show up in Norway someday, I can go shoot your Krag once. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
need to shoot all your collection, but I could shoot your shooter gun and whatever. And so you have that. And
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Hi.
oh, I also found another Browning high power that I totally forgot I ever had. I mean, literally,
Ooh.
I have no idea how I got this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not anything special in one. It just I was cheap at the time, and
Just a generic high power.
yeah, it's a relatively modern. It's
What
it's
about
not
the
anything
English?
like old collectible like from World War II or anything like that.
Post war, I guess. Canadian, maybe.
No, it's not an Inglis. I have an Inglis that's in really rough shape. I don't know where that is. It may be out in Arizona. I also have a German manufacturer one. An FN, occupation German manufacturer one that's in Arizona that
Yeah.
I got. It wasn't cheap with the shoulder stock.
Ooh. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
It wasn't cheap.
Amazing.
I'm
It,
guessing
was,
that's
it wasn't
probably,
hugely expensive, but it wasn't cheap. I'll just say that.
Yeah. One thing I do know is if I'm gonna get a shooter Krag, I know of one guy who many years or 2 years ago, I don't know if he still has this because I just asked him on Facebook. I was asking for
Yeah.
parts for my carbine, and
Right.
he said I could get one for a nice working registered carbine. For
Or are you
500
still here?
bucks. So
Oh yeah.
Hit the readiest
what
button.
were you gonna show us, by the way, Ari?
What?
Didn't you say you were gonna show us something?
Yeah, it's in general.
Oh, general. I have that muted. Oh, you picked up a 1911?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a. I
Ah,
like that
cool.
finish.
Where are you going, Gamer?
What map are we on? I was looking
Can
for
I
1911.
ask how
Never
much?
seen-
I'm going north of A. I'm going north of A.
Roger.
How much does a new 1911 cost?
Do you really want to know?
I'm gonna guess like $600 or $700.
It's closer to like 500 with tax.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's around what these goes for here as well.
Yeah. Here, going through this stuff, I found through my stuff here. Again, I don't know. So I'm going through all this stuff. I found a 1911 Colt 1911, and I found a Colt 1911 A1. And I'm being very specific about those terms, not just true 1911. Is that a that's an A1, isn't it, Ari?
Uh,
19
I believe so.
Yeah, it's a World War II style, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 1911 A1.
Is
The
it
19
is it the grip safety that's the thing, or
Okay, they change. There may be a slight change in the grip safety. There's a few other little changes on the gun. What the big thing is they make it so that the smaller hands can hold the grip.
oh, okay.
And the quick way you can tell is back at the bottom of the pistol grip, the back part of the bottom there. If it's straight all the way down, and it's a 1911. If it's sort of curved out a little bit, it's a 1911 A1 of World War II era.
Okay.
And so that's how you can
Yeah.
sort of quickly look and see.
Also,
got your track.
apparently, the guy who vetted me into my
Rated.
job,
Yeah.
the guy who vetted me into my job wants to do a shooting range day because he has a friend that has a couple Mausers.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Ooh.
Yeah. Apparently, also the leader of the DevOps area is a
Mhm.
former Telemark battalion, like military leader.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Which
How did you get hired by a company that's filled with gun enthusiasts?
Yeah. So. I tried. I was very. I didn't mention anything military related for the first week,
Mark.
right?
Yeah.
And now it's like.
He's
yeah.
dead. He's dead.
But apparently they, the guy
Right.
who vetted me told them guys that I worked, like I collected and stuff. So.
Right. Maybe that's how you got the job.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Well, you never know. Because the woke people work in their way, and the non-woke people work in their way.
Yeah. The guy's been trying to already get me into development and stuff.
You
which
know,
is kinda
don't get me
interesting, so-
wrong. I get the idea behind, non-woke companies, but I think it's going a little far with some people. There's this one company, I was watching the Daily Wire, because that's my favorite, propaganda station I watch, but
Right.
they were given a sponsor for this water company, and the water company was called Liberal Tears, and I'm like, come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a little much.
No, I agree with you, but yeah, that's just obviously people for BS reasons, whether it's collecting or just want to stick it to the people that are doing that kind of stuff. But I do think that there are employers out there, companies, whatever, that are very leery of who they hire nowadays, and they don't want to hire the woke mind, high brain idea people. So whether they, it's what's this personality is, and not that you have to be, somebody wearing a MAGA baseball cap, but they don't want to have somebody coming in with blue hair, either. So.
By the way, oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh man, I completely forgot. Fuck. God damn
Is
it.
it something about Norway and nationalism and
No.
every man should own a crag?
Well, that probably, but yeah.
God damn, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Cause
Group shoot
no,
company.
No,
Okay, I don't know.
Nah, I'll if I get back to it, I'll tell you.
Okay, you can interject. Go ahead.
Something about the Russians.
No. Did you ever watch that video on Russia that I posted in the Discord server?
I did look at it, but I never got into it. I was gonna get into it, but
It's a really good analysis of why Russia's the way it is, and it's somebody that it's actually a young man who's making these videos, but he has a team, and I really like his videos, and not that I have to agree with everything, and actually sort of like people that I disagree with a bit because they're interesting. Then if we all agree on everything, why am I bothering with hearing your opinions? But yeah, so he analyzes why Russia is like it. Not, and I don't mean just Putin today. I mean Russian culture, Russian whatever society. Why it's the way it is. And I thought it was very, very interesting.
That was a really annoying
yeah.
bounce there, gamer.
hold on, let me just go back to it all. Let me get the transcript out. You see, it all started with Yaroslav the White.
Right. Yeah. Well, he does say it is the video was sort of inspired by by Putin's justification rant, and so it made him want to look at Russian history and how it's influenced by the Mongols or whoever, whatever. And so it's only an hour long, but it's pretty good.
These are nice. I'm just looking at what's it called. There's someone selling really cheap Krag receivers, Steyr receivers, which hasn't been fucked with.
Right.
And I was thinking he's selling barrels as well. So I'm like thinking, I wouldn't mind building one, or maybe not building it myself, but buying up the parts and getting one built. So,
Right. Yeah.
So.
It's, you got a good job, save up some money, then you can buy these things.
Yeah, right now I'm in what's it called? In the mode of what's it called? Got to get my apartment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's why I said save up some money. You're getting your apartment, you get the stuff, and then hopefully you'll still be able to, they'll still be available, and you can get the stuff.
Oh yeah. It'll be so typical if I finally, get my license and they ban Krags. I'm gonna cry if that happens.
No, that ain't gonna happen. They may ban firearms, but they're not gonna just ban Krags.
They're just gonna fully naturalize and become American.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have that option right now. He's white.
You got him. You got me there.
It's one of the stats in America with companies since the pandemic. 90% of hires have not been white to large corporations. They're just not hiring white people.
That's a nice one. Yeah, I'm really happy I finally got the Steyr Krag stock on that I bought from Kongsberg. Got it mounted on my really nice serial number 15,005, which is kind of cool. So, but only I'm the one. I'm the only person who can get excited about serial numbers on Krags. So,
well, yeah, no, to me, it does matter for guns, but not that big a deal. Unless it to me, it's normally just. For me, it's normally like what year does that indicate that it's made it? Is it I have from the serial number range on the DWM Luger, looking at just the basic book that I have, it shows that as being 1914. So so that I sort of date the Luger that I have, and it's not in like pristine shape. I mean, it's in nice shape. I mean, it's like.
Yeah.
80 to 90% finish. So 80 to 90% of the finish is still there. So it's a nice gun, and
I would love to see if I could. I would love to see it in fire, because the Steyr Krags were originally painted. The finish was paint, or like a hardened paint instead of like a bluing, which means. But a lot of the Krags were reblued. The Steyr ones, because they noticed really quickly that with field use that paint would chip. So and my deactivated one of my deactivated ones still has maybe 30% of the finish left there, but it's still there, so I can use it to show the finish, which is cool. So
and so it varies how well and paint has improved over the years, maybe compared to what they were.
Yeah. I wasn't also thinking of buying a Krag that's been sporterized and then fixing it up to make a nice shooter Krag. But I need to see here, because sadly I don't want one with a diopter on it. I want iron sights.
No, you like the military ones, not the all sported out either target or hunting.
If it came from Kongsberg with one, I'm okay.
Well, I get you, but you still want just the standard issue one to have one to shoot as a standard issue gun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, That's what you want to do. I just know you well enough to know that you want that experience of shooting whatever the standard was. You want that, not the best shot. You want to shoot what the soldier shot, and that's cool.
I want that experience.
Yes.
Just checking out here.
Oh, there you are. For some reason,
So I'm probably gonna see if I can. I'm trying to. I'll once I get my license, I'll probably get a 22 license as well, just so I can have a. Yeah. Well, machine gun. Technically, in Norway, you can own machine guns.
You know, he was talking about the game, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about the game.
I don't have a machine gun on this.
Tell your story.
Yeah.
You have to be a part of the what's it called, collector society, which is as I said before, it's like it's very hard to get into. So.
That's funny, Eric. That's funny.
Yeah. Well,
I'm talking to Mr. Eric, who shows up in his store and finds all the crag guys all materialize around him. Yeah, you know, Mr. Friendly Eric, who just would show up in the Machine Gun Society, and everybody would love him, and he would be immediately the most popular guy in the room. So yeah, I'm not buying that it's hard for Eric to join the Machine Gun Society. No, maybe it's hard for everybody else, but no, you just sort of like show up and it'd be like, hey, cool, this new guy, he's cool. Let's get him in the society.
You know, I missed out on that pistol club, right? Sadly, because you know I just didn't respond in time.
Right.
The guy who got me in the first, he said like, you are exactly like the foreman. Where if you just start talking, you won't stop when it comes to crabs and stuff. So, but he was more about like black powder and stuff.
Yeah, no, and so I just figure if it's the right time in life and you have the ability to get in there and do it, yeah, you'll just be joining the club. They'll be, hey, cool, we got a new guy here. He's a great, you know, and, you know. Yeah. So just I just made me laugh, Eric.
Yeah. Well, it's maybe more of a, it's not impossible, but the way they've done it is you need to meet, you can't just join. You have to have someone vetting you. That's the hardest part, really, is finding the guy. And I've met multiple people, but it's like you need to meet them, befriend them, and then slip in, you know? So
yeah,
you have to be vetted by like, what was it, 2 other guys after you've been invited as a guest. Right,
but see, you being you know, you'll just set up, you know, who's your references, you know. Oh, it's Crag Jesus, it's this other guy here, and
but I can't say they have to refer me in. But if
but you're going to be friends with Crag Jesus and everybody else, and you're supposed to go into the conversation. Yeah, I was talking, you know, use whatever his name is. I was talking to Crag Jesus the other day about this, and I was talking to this other guy about this, and they're going to go, oh shit, you know, yeah, he's in. So yeah, I mean, you got to learn how to name drop too, you know, and just come in and
I think when I was talking to him, we enjoyed chatting. It was good. I liked it. So
yeah, you got with these people. They love finding people that is interested in the same topic, but then again, you can't talk their ear off too much either.
No,
I mean,
no.
It's
although I did actually ask him about
balance.
some Kammerladers, you know,
right?
Because I told him like I'm genuinely thinking of buying one, and he showed me the ones he had there from like a okay one to like a really nice one. Right. And I was just really curious. I asked him like, I'm thinking of getting one at some point, and I just want to know like the price points. What
right.
Yeah.
You know, I saw something about Warno getting a campaign now.
So he
Warno,
gave me some good pointers.
Yeah.
So.
And so
I think, but yeah, really cool that he has bower crags. My dream is, you know, my goal is, you know, move new apartment. I'll have a set for my, you know, I have my collector's room, which I can do my videos in. Because and you know, go to the Navy Museum to that 1-of-1 gunsmith machine gun, stuff like that. It's gonna be good. So And 20 years time, forming of the Crag Society. Let's go, people.
Yeah.
You have your own museum.
Yeah.
That's I already have that almost, but at least in the eyes of Norway, gamer probably has enough to, yeah. So.
Yeah, I couldn't even probably open up a gun shop.
You could go to a gun show with a table.
No, I used to do that.
Yeah. I know what I got, son. Don't lowball me.
Well, I mean, what I once had, I think it was 30 SKSs. Now I sold them all, but
yeah,
because I bought them from Century Arms, and I bought the cheap ones, and they ran out of the cheap ones. That were just standard Russian. I wish I kept one. I didn't. And they sent me laminated stock ones, which were like $20 more or something at a time per thing, but they just to fulfill the order. So I sold them all, and at gun shows, and I
there's
had
people out there that
for
has,
whoever's listening out there, I had an FFL at the time, and it was all that stuff. So
yeah.
I used to go to the gun shows, and I had FFLs, and I was buying and selling guns, and not a lot of buying and selling, more buying at the gun shows for myself and buying things from like Century Arms, because Century Arms is still around, but they're an importer of surplus.
Yeah.
But at least back in the day, let me finish this and then you can talk.
Sorry,
back in the day, they wouldn't just sell at the cheap prices to the public. So since I had an FFL, I could get them at wholesale and then take them to the gun show and up them 30% or whatever, and make some money on this stuff. And so I was doing some of that. But yeah,
that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah.
I was gonna say I wonder how much it would be to buy a Kongsberg Colt here, and then and then ship it to the U.S. Because I think I've seen the Kongsberg Colts are apparently quite attractive there, because it's it's a 1911.
Yeah,
it's made by the Germans, So.
It there would definitely be a market just because of the scale of the U.S. I don't know how big, and because it is a 1911 Browning gun, there's definitely interest in it. But you have to realize one thing: it can be done right now. So why isn't?
Why is no one doing it? Yeah.
Well, or maybe there is somebody doing it, but not that much.
Yeah.
Because if they're for sale in Norway, somebody in Norway with a dealer's license could be snapping those up, because they don't. Because I presume this, but I'm going to work on the presumption that if I'm a dealer, I can just buy whatever I want, that's legally owned. What I mean? Somebody's selling it, okay, I can buy it. You don't have to get permission. You just buy it up. And then all you have to do is make a phone call to one of the many well-known importers around here in the USA that have an import-export license, and call them up. Hey, I've got 5, Krag 1911s. What would you give, they may want to see, but what would you give me for them as a basic thing? And then all you got to do is put them in the mail and ship them here, unless there's, and import that. But one of the things nowadays that they have to deface them all as they come in and put the importer's mark on them.
Well, can't you put that on? Does it have to be on the outside of the gun? Can't you?
I think it has to be somewhere visible. I think it has to be somewhere visible, but it can be done in a discreet manner. I mean, it doesn't have to be huge electric pencil. That's all, but it does sort of need to be on it, which does, because like the 2 Lugers that I do own are not the post-communist collapse that flooded into the market, that did lower the value of all the Lugers, but it did sort of, the collector ones without the import marks did sort of was somewhat protected by that, and so these don't have import marks. So
you could put them on the where you would have your hand over with the grip.
You might. It depends, but it's supposed to be visible without. And I don't know all the details, but you could put it on the underside of the main frame below, in front of the trigger guard, on the underside down there. Make it small but legible. Have a stamp or whatever, or a small electric pencil or whatever. And there is a company that I saw some videos that they bring in. They don't just bring in stuff, but they bring in stuff, and they discreetly mark it with either electric pencil or whatever, saying that this is.
I guess.
Well, it needs to be either stamped or electric pencil, I believe.
Yeah.
Because stamping means that if you take a light grind to it, it's still the if they hit it with the right thing. Again, Ari, if you're still with us.
Oh.
If they hit it with the right sort of light or whatever, they'll see the ripples of it in the metal, even if it isn't visible to the normal eye, under normal light. To find if it's a stolen gun or whatever.
Yeah.
So meaning you got to dig deep into it to actually get rid of the serial number, not just an etching won't do that. So. But yes, it can be fairly small. It can be almost that you need a jeweler's loop to. I'm going towards A. It can be small enough that you got to sort of like pop that jeweler's loop out and just see what it is. But it does need to be clear.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and so nobody's doing it. And so if I had my FFL, import export, and I knew Eric and Eric could buy a few, I would definitely. Look at the prices that were available, and if you could send them to me.
Yeah, or the crags I can get for $100 a pop.
Or now the crag, but still, again, nobody's doing that.
Yeah.
And now $100 a pop, I would still go for 2 or 3 because I could take those. If I was actively doing stuff, take them to the gun show along with everything else, and I'd probably make money on them. And you could make some money on them. I could make some money on them, but I don't know that there would be enough that it would flood. America, because they're a different caliber. I do believe they're not they're not the.
It's
Why is there an
6.5 by
L3
55 crag.
Yeah, and so people who want cheap surplus rifles to shoot don't want that because the ammunition isn't going to be cheap here, even if it's cheap in Norway.
Well, what you would do is just sell the die set for it as well.
Well, but people don't have the
tools,
people want cheap who don't necessarily have all those tools. So you're talking about the Krag fanatics, the World War II completionist fanatics that, oh, well, this gun was used in World War II by Norway, so I want the Norwegian gun. Whatever Norwegian gun is, I want gun. And sure, yeah, so you get some people who want it, but I don't know how big the market really is.
Yeah. What's it called? I want to get a US crag at some point as well. Because,
yeah, I'm sure you do. I would if I were you.
They are. I know of one that someone was thinking of selling. It's the guy who sold me the deactivated last model of the crag, the 1951 model. He was considering selling his because he was going to be moving.
Now, I will say the crags have gotten expensive here. U.S. crags.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, and
unmolested ones are good. Yeah.
And so I really too also wonder why there aren't more of that happening here. I do know there's Legacy Collectibles has a YouTube channel, and
they're good.
And he's bringing in a lot of stuff from Canada that has become banned, and so I just have to wonder, because I would definitely be hustling to see if I could import these guns. If I was still in the business, it's not. I'll just tell you, it's not worth with the current climate of the ATF to try to get an import-export license to do this. It just economically isn't worth it for me. But if I was still in the business, I would definitely be trying. Eric, I'd be like going, I would be having you to try to be Mr. Friendly to go find a dealer, who has a dealer's license, and who could export it, and find what it would take for me to get into business with him to do it.
Gamer, there is currently a U.S. Springfield crag on Gunbroker.
Right.
The starting bid is $75. It's just the receiver and barrel, but all the parts of the receiver are there, but it's bid in a fire.
Yeah.
$75, gamer. For a crag.
But I don't need it.
I'll PayPal you $75 to buy this.
All right. How long is it till this? Okay.
It's 10 days left. It's 10 days left. But
send me a link. Oh, wait a minute. Do they have to do an FFL transfer? Okay. Because if it's an FFL transfer, it could be a lot more. I don't know.
Let's see. Insured shipping is $30. from me to your FFL. Yeah, it's FFL.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
must ship from
So an
my FFL to
FFL
your FFL.
transfer, that's going to be $25.
Okay. Yeah.
On my end,
Yeah.
at least at one of the stores, $25 to $35 at least, and I'll have to go collect that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Well, it's still interesting though. It's a nice unmolested one, although it's been in a fire. And they said all.
Unmolested, been in a fire.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah,
not
I
been
mean,
sporterized.
it needs to be refinished. I don't know what the fire's
Yeah.
done to the temper of the metal.
Yeah, that's the thing. They said the metallurgy might have changed, and they said that all springs must be considered unserviceable.
Yes.
Replace all the springs, because that fucks with the yeah.
I mean, I would do it. I would do it as a favor, Eric, if you were because I could order it with the idea of once I get to Arizona, but it's got because I got to go talk to. Well, I could maybe talk on the phone to one of the people and get them to send the stuff. So because I could have that shipped to Arizona, no problem.
Yeah.
And I could do all this on the phone right now. So
it looks.
so if you're super serious, I'll do it. But if you're just think we got 10 days. Think about it for at least a day.
Yeah.
Because you're moving and you got all this stuff, and I know. Trust me, I have those guns that, damn, I really sort of kind of had the money I should have got, I just didn't.
Yeah.
And I wish I did.
$75, which is cheap, but you never know. Someone might bid a higher, and you know.
Well, it may go up higher, and like I say, it's going to be minimum $25.
So like $100 or roughly.
Yeah, from my end. And what did he say for shipping and handling with
30,
that? 30. So that's $130.
It says here though, insured shipping is $30 from me to your FFL. Shipping is $55 if it must ship from my FFL to your FFL. So.
Oh well, yeah. I think it because the way it well to ship it through the mail, I do believe he needs to go into an FFL dealer, unless he's an FFL dealer. If he's an FFL dealer, he can just ship it to my. Well, yeah, because why would he say that? So if he's an FFL dealer, or if he should need to go to an FFL dealer and ship it to my FFL dealer, because I'm obviously not and I've talked to a couple of stores I went in and talked to, and one was I think 35, one was 25. I can get up on the phone, I can Google and get their phone number right now, and and I'd only do that obviously if I was won the auction, but so even if I'm not in Arizona, I could do that, and I would get his information, and they would ship the stuff off, and I could do it all over the phone and just pretend I'm out of town, which I am obviously out of town, but I have the ID, and I can give him my stuff, and I can roll into the store and pick it up when I get there. I would do that for you if you're really serious. I would do it, but you got to think it's going to be $200. Roughly, it's going to be $200. I mean, we'll probably get it less, but that's just getting it to me, and obviously we haven't even gotten it to you in Norway.
Yeah, no. It was just more of a. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't want you to lose out on it. I don't want Gamer. Damn, I wish Gamer. I've done his favors for the gasoline cans and other stuff. Won't he do it? No, I'll do this for you. But obviously, and I knew I was going to hold on to it for a number of times until you figured out how I would get it to Norway, even once you have your license. So, But yeah, so I would do that, but I don't need it as a project.
No, I'm just looking, just seeing. Oh, I want to get the book on the American Crag, which exists. It's just.
I figured there's a collector's grade book on that. Is that what you're talking about?
No, there's no collector's grade on it, but there is a book from a.
Oh, you know what I mean by collector's grade, right?
Yeah, it's the publication.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know they've gone out of business, but the books are still around. I would have thought they did a collector's grade on it. They do it on most American firearms. Large production, because the Krag was obviously used in one relatively major war, the Spanish-American War, and large production numbers. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna end here for the stream. I want to thank KG Moose, the Blue Gator, whoever else may be still around, and of course, I want to thank Arno, Ari, Cragman, who's been hanging out with us,
Hello.
Dino, Kroby, who was also playing earlier. Thanks, everyone. I should be back probably. I think it's Friday. I'm doing something for Slytherin, but I got to check.
Okay.
And probably Terminator, I think is what it is. And then I'll be back Saturday, probably with Manor Lords, and then Sunday probably with more War Thunder. So whoever's watching, please check back in. Thanks, guys. Loved hanging out with all of you.